Mrs. Enabong Isowoyo and her alleged pastor lover, Udoka Okachukwu, were both sentenced to death by a high court in Benin for the murder of her husband, Engineer Victor Gabriel Isowoyo. During the trial, the prosecuting counsel told the court that the murder of the deceased was carried out by the convict so as to cover up a pregnancy accusation by the deceased while he was away. In his ruling, Justice Imadu Belu held that the prosecution was able to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The judge sentenced the woman and her lover to death by hanging. The judgment was also upheld at the Court of Appeal sitting in Benin City. But at the Supreme Court, a 5-man panel of court justices headed by Justice Mary Peter Odili overturned the judgment of the lower courts on the ground that the confession of the first accused, the pastor, cannot be used against the second accused, wife of the deceased. According to the judgment, the location where the deceased was murdered was only known to the first accused person, and as such, the second accused person cannot be held guilty of the murder case. The Supreme Court thereafter set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal, affirming the conviction and sentence of the appellant, and accordingly acquitted and discharged Mrs. Eniombong Isuguyo. Counsel to the discharged victim, Barrister Olayiwola Afolabi, and others comment on the judgment and subsequent release of the woman from the correctional center.
She was accused wrongly of killing her husband. She was convicted at the High Court. We raised the issue that this woman is innocent. The court refused for this to us. And Speaker said, no way, she's innocent. That she's not responsible for the death of her husband. That judgment is a seminar. Can you use the confession of a co-accused to convict another person? No.
Today, she's standing here with us as a free woman. We're very happy. We're very excited. It's a good opportunity to also to congratulate my principal, Olayiwola Afolabi.
The woman expressed gratitude to God and the judiciary for standing on the side of justice.
I bless God for this day, for this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will ever live to praise Him. I went in there as nobody, but I'm standing here as an ambassador of Christ.
Best Mbiere reporting.
Ambassador of Christ, my foot. Welcome everybody. I'm just showing you a couple of videos in order to prepare the conversation we're going to have today. So welcome, please hit the like button, share with your friends, share on your platforms. Let's get people in because this is a very crucial conversation and at the same time it's a very sensitive one. But let me allow you enjoy your Nigerian pastors and their shenanigans. All right, the video you just watched, this is another pastor. This actually happened in Edo State. The pastor raped and impregnated a married woman in Benin. DNA test revealed husband's last child is it his child. I'm playing all this just for you to know that I'm not just coming here maybe because I want to drag pastor or anything. It's far from it. I'm just coming here to you, my fellow Row fam, just to preach to us that we got to be careful the way we relate and deal with all these pastors. The one we're going to cover today is actually a very crazy story. It's a story of a pastor who is actually into child trafficking, or how can I put it now? The pastor, he's a merchant. He's buying infants and selling to desperate couples until they got caught. But all the video I'm playing right now is just to prepare you for what's coming. Let's keep it moving.
Bring men to pregnant them, then come on their own.
If you are following the latest info in Nigeria, you would have heard that baby factory is now the coolest business for a lot of people in Nigeria. Pastors, people who claim to be mother and father of God, Jesus PAs, everybody, a lot of people are codedly into this business of manufacturing and producing children, business of taking advantage of people, let's say teenagers or even grown-ups who got pregnant out of wedlock and they needed help. They somehow will lure them into their facility, and unknown to the victims, the moment they enter the facility, they can't get out. So they just keep them there and use them to continuously produce children. And then the gullible rich couples who probably are desperate to have their own child, unknown to many of those couples, they will thought they are actually getting children from a surrogate, but they are actually getting children manufactured or produced through baby factory. So the next video I'm about to play now is the video of a pastor's wife who actually operates a baby factory in Port Harcourt. All right. And during the operation, the Nigerian police actually rescued 6 pregnant women. But I want you to hear from the horse's mouth. Take a listen.
I never. They come on their own. Only these 6 of them.
Please hit the like.
Only these 6. I never get back like this.
How much did they sell the babies?
I know they say I just they give them for those who no one who no gets.
How much? For boy and for girl.
1.4. 1.4 million for one.
Where is it located? Your baby factory?
At Alo.
You say 1.4. That 1.4 million is for a boy or for a girl?
It's for a girl. A boy is 1.5.
Now the girls themselves, the women themselves will get money. How much do you pay them?
It depends the price where they come and the month.
Explain. When you come 5 months, 6 months, how you pay? Explain well.
Eh?
Explain well. You say it depends on the time.
If the one will come to do, I will give her like 800, 900. If now from 5 months, I give 600, say 650. If not 3 months, I pay 350, 400.
So why they cry now, madam? What you are crying?
I never did bad. I never give ritual before. I never give ritual before. That people will not get that they give.
So this lady called me. They came and arrested me over child trafficking. So she accused that she has given me a pregnant woman, which I accepted. She gave me one. That was about 6 years ago. Yes. So when she gave me this lady, I now gave it out to somebody. The woman that I gave it out to gave me 30,000. That was all that I know about the incident. A pregnant mother out to a woman that has maternity. So, and the woman now gave me 30,000. She now.
What is the 30,000 for?
It's just like giving her work, giving her market, giving her market.
Human being market. Are you selling them to her?
Madam, are you married?
I'm married now.
Are you still with your husband? Like, are you still married?
Yes.
I understand your husband is a pastor. Is that true?
Yes.
So is he aware of this kind of business that you are doing?
He's not.
So how do you handle it at home?
She gave me that one. That was the end. A policeman advised me because there was an incident that happened. That policeman, I opened up and told him. he advised me. This was about 6 years ago. So since then, I don't even have this woman contact. She has not even seen me again since that time. So I don't do anything like that again. So me, I was surprised as they.
This upcoming pastor almost killed his 11 years old child. He locked the little boy inside room for 4 days with no food and water. The little boy broke the door and ran to break it.
I jumped the fence. So for you.
Now, this is another baby factory story that you're about to listen to. But first, before we go deeper, let me quickly identify and recognize my people. Happy weekend to everybody. How you're doing? My name is Beno Real, and of course, this is Uncle Beno and the Real Fam. I hope you're all having a fantastic time. It's Saturday, you know. Me, I don't go do enjoyment today before I come now. Now, early enjoyment now we did today. So I believe you have all had fun today, and some of you are probably setting out to go have your own fun. All right. For those who are available, who can stick with me just for us to chit chat and discuss this terrible epidemic that is going on in Nigeria, you are welcome. Please hit the like first. You know, that's the first thing before I pull my shirt and we go begin to bass boss. So everybody hit the like. Let's get down to business. So first off, I have to recognize our people. Of course, the main topic today is Nigerian pastor sold stolen baby to desperate couple. And as a result of that, we are going to examine criminal surrogacy and adoption in Nigeria. So in case you might have missed the news or when this was actually trending, it's a terrible situation. And I just wanted to bring the awareness to our people, especially those who are still looking up to God for the fruit of the womb. I want them to be very, very careful because right now, this is not like to put anybody down. The longer it takes for women to find husband these days or for their husband to find them, the older they get. So whether we want to accept it or not, we're going to be having a lot of women who's going to be getting married from age 37 all the way to like maybe 45. And we all know that at that age, infertility is usually a big problem. And that problem is not limited to women alone. Even there are some men that the life they live in the past could have affected their ability to impregnate a woman. So it's not I don't really think it's a big deal nowadays to see people who got married in their 40s and they're kind of delayed to have their own baby. So that means many people will opt for the option of surrogacy or adoption. So if you are thinking, all right, why are we doing this show? The essence of doing this show is to warn you. Especially, you got to be careful if your surrogacy is going to be in Nigeria or your adoption is going to be in Nigeria. You need to know that the racketeering going on in Nigeria right now is like a court. They will have policemen among their members, pastors will be there, doctors, nurses. In fact, they are like a whole team that are involved in those operations. So I'm bringing this story for you, just for you to have at the back of your mind that if the process of adopting or going for surrogacy for you is not following the legal route, if you suspect that anything is out of place, you have to pull out or pull away from them as fast as you can. That's why we're doing this show. All right, welcome, my dear Real Fam. I see everybody is here. Luke, what's up, buddy? Luke is number one today. Mercy Kendra, how are you doing? Juliet, welcome, and of course, Comfort Adagri, Comfort with the big smile. Mercy Ajine, Mercy, how you day? Now, well done, enjoyment people, social trenders. That is our one of our channel. B-Flex. B-Flex, the one you show up earlier today. Will I say we go win jackpot too? All right. I see my brother Chucky and of course Auntie Yinka in the building. Welcome, ma'am. Juliet Iye, welcome. Auntie LaBelle, Sister LaBelle, my own pretty fine Sister LaBelle. You're welcome, man. How are you doing? Happy weekend. That Chucky, the only brown sugar we got in the building. Any other brown sugar is a counterfeit. All right. Welcome. Please hit the like. Let's get the show started. All right. I'm so ready and I don't want trouble today, so I won't even. All right, let's quickly listen to this lady's story. Hey, Beatrice March. Hello from Germany. Oh my God. Wow. You guys can see her all the way from Germany. Whoa. Thank you, Beatrice. You're welcome to the Rule Fam. Please feel free to enjoy our show. That Chucky said, now, wow, see intro on my part. I will take it. Yes, now. How you doing today, brown sugar? Our own chairman in the Rule Farm. Well done, my brother. All right, let me allow you to quickly listen to this story, and then there's just so many stories I wanted to cover, but listen to what's happening with this lady who escaped from a baby factory in Nigeria.
Yoruba man hold me, I'm a thief. I said, I'm not a thief. I said, why are you running? I said, I'm not a thief. I won't go my place. I said, come, why are you running? Before I meet the Yoruba man, I will tell the Yoruba man the place he keep me for Sunday last week. I no like him. Say wetin do for that place. I said, I'm nothing, but I don't like him. The Yoruba the man use your hand call police. So the police carry me. See me, why are you running? The person jump for face. He's a thief. He said, I'm not a thief. Also, wetin happen for that place. I don't know, but the woman there for the place, she gave belle. I asked am the boy, say wetin, why the person dey marry all those girls dey here. She tell me when na business she come and do. So wetin for the business? I said, waiting for the business. She said, she hear me if the born the pikin go sell am. See me, okay, what of me? She tell me the same business. She say, no, I no go sell am. I no go sell am. If my mother know, and first of all, my mother know and get belle. If my mother know, here, you go kill me, oh, you go kill me. That is why I joined the face and come off.
And it happens that I'm the one that my wife caused all those things. I was having issues with my wife that very day. And the issues that I'm having with my wife is that she was asking me that I should carry her, let's go, as we don't even have money, as we don't locate the person that you're looking for, that we should go back. I asked her to wait, let me raise money. That she know that how we suffer that day as we are coming. There's no money with me, and I have to carry her along. For
how long have you known this man?
It's just 2 weeks, not up to a week, sir.
You said the day you were coming from.
That was that very day I met him at that bus stop. I was explaining to him because he was speaking the same language with me. That's why I can communicate with him. Yes, sir.
But the police says that you are those people who are killing those ladies, or the one impregnating them.
No, sir. I don't even know. They are laying an accusation. I don't know anything of that, and I can never know. I can never do it in my life. Heaven bear me weakness. There's nothing like that, sir.
Really?
Like how much is that one paying? For that business?
I don't know the woman. She's not doing and she's not paying me any money. I don't know her for apart from that very day they got us arrested. And she came that place. That is the day I saw her. I have not seen her before.
I am not doing baby factory. I'm a registered home. I registered motherless babies home and they stood home. So I'm not operating baby factory. Those girls, some of them is my family members. Some of them are a destitute inmates. Like 2 of them is an positive, HIV positive inmate, which I directed them where they are getting their treatment at Redeem. The wife went and reported. I don't know what is the problem with her and her husband. Then he went and reported in the police station. Then police now came to carry the boy. Now, and the police saw all those girls and carried them up, started saying baby factory, baby factory. When I am trying to tell them that it's not what they think, they can't listen to me. We are all saying baby factory. Well, I'm telling them that I have, even if it's what they say, they let me talk. I have my certificate.
But you have about 9 women with you, pregnant women with you.
No,
9 of them. How
no,
many?
there are 5.
5 of them.
Yes,
What's their business with you?
2 is my sister. 1 is Chibika wife. Then the other 2, 1 is HIV positive. When I went to for Christmas, then they came to me. Those.
All right, don't let me bore you with her stupid story, okay? What she was doing was baby factory. That is as simple as it is. She's just trying to beat around the bush. So what she did was she would bring in, she brought all these young girls, of course, those who are running away from home or those who are in need. She will bring them and provided shelter and all of that for them. Then she got those 2 boys that you see behind her on the screen now. They are the one who are impregnating those girls. So when they born, they go sell the pikin. So forget all this blah 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 story she's telling now. There are still more. Let me still show you another one.
Bound in cuffs, 42-year-old Samuel Otasi and a relation were at the police divisional headquarters, Igbogeni, where he was detained for poisoning 3 of his sons after a prophecy that they were wizards.
George Odogo.
Okay. I believe you are aware of that story. The man who poisoned his children because according to this news, his pastor said those children, they are witch. Oh, Jesus. But that is not what today's show is all about. Let me show you another baby factory story. Take a listen.
4 of these girls are almost due for delivery. They all share a similar story of how they found their way into Lagos, ending up in this 2-bedroom apartment somewhere in Okota area of Lagos. The odds of escaping are high as this building is well secured. That is until the arrival of 27-year-old Chima Destiny from Port Harcourt River State. On arrival at the camp, she immediately smelled a rat after seeing a number of pregnant ladies in the apartment, and she quickly set in motion their escape plan.
There is a day she make up. She don't know that I'm around here. When I hear what she was telling, where the person was asking, when she was asking the person that how much is she going to buy a man, then I don't know what the person answered. She now started telling the person that a man is 500, while woman is 350 or 300. Immediately I hear it, my mind caught. I say, so this is the world the woman take me to. I said, no, I will never do it. The woman went out. Immediately she come back. She called one of us to come and open the gate. The girl rush, open the gate. By then, we don't plan them. We don't arrange our bag. So immediately they open the gate, we run out.
One of the victims is 13-year-old Joy Jonathan from Alulu in Imo State. She recounts how she was lured into this trap.
It's a woman that told me that I will come and stay with the sister in this Lagos. And I'll be working for the sister. And I started asking the woman, is this the place to where I can? Is this the place? The woman said that anybody that enter here cannot be able to go out again.
This is the second time in 1 week the police will be busting an illegal camp for pregnant girls. The police, working with other agencies, now believe there may just be more syndicates like this.
We may be dealing with the same syndicate with the same set of persons that are working on this. We are likely to even have more than this because this is a call for Lagosians to be on the lookout. Watch your neighborhood and see. You have a house that have more pregnant women, please pay attention to that.
Following these discoveries, security agencies are advising parents and guardians to keep an eye on their young pregnant ladies to prevent them from falling prey to criminals.
All right. There are just way too many stories surrounding all this drama in Nigeria. Shout out to my sister Marriott. Welcome, Sister Marriott. Sister Marriott said, this is human trafficking for private adoption, not criminal surrogacy. Yes, basically from what I gather, criminal surrogacy is when people go through surrogacy process without following the due process. And I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but from my understanding, there are some of these baby factories that are operated in what looks like a formal registered agency kind of. But what they are doing behind closed doors can actually be termed criminal activities. So there are all kinds of forms in Nigeria anyway. So that's why I combine both criminal surrogacy and adoption together for the purpose of today's show. Now, what perhaps baffles me is the price tag. The price tag. You will hear we sell boy for 1.4 million. No, we sell boy 1.5 million. We sell girls 1.4 million. And the girls who actually carry the pregnancy to term, they pay some of them 350, pay some of them 250. And some are not paid at all. These are all madness as far as I am concerned. But let me see if I can quickly show you the main story of the day. I think I have that story somewhere here. If it's not here, I will have I will have to show you from the main news because I actually read everything about it from Punch News. You're welcome. Everybody, please hit the like button. Do me a favor, just hit the like. Now, let me quickly bring today's story to you. All right. This particular story is so crazy. It's short, but the drama involved in it is what caught my attention. I don't know where to start, but the story started from the end. So, a couple, they were having a naming ceremony. And it was during that naming ceremony, the police busted them because the child they are having that naming ceremony for was a stolen child. Hey, Biba, what's up, mommy? How you doing? Miriam, you're welcome. My sister, Adorable, you are welcome. So the baby they were christening is actually a stolen child, an infant for that matter. It's crazy. So I don't know if you have heard the story before, but it was actually published on Punch newspaper. Punch, yes, and you know Punch is one of the reputable media house in Nigeria. So here is the news. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Okay, cool. You can see my screen. Let me grab my glasses. So, the heading says couple buy baby from Lagos traffickers arrested during naming ceremony. So here is the story and how crazy it sounds. The Lagos State Police Command has rescued a 2-month-old baby boy from a couple, Mr. and Mrs. James Wine. So take note of the names. Mr. and Mrs. James They are the couple who are actually doing naming ceremony on top Peking that was stolen. No, all right. So during the naming ceremony of the child in the state, the police public relations officer Benjamin Hundeyin, in a statement on Saturday, said the couple paid 2,350,000 naira to buy the baby from a suspected child trafficker, Loretta Nelson. So follow the story. So the couple bought the baby from Loretta Nelson. See business. So they bought the baby from a suspected child trafficker, Loretta Nelson, who bought the baby from a pastor. The name of the pastor is Peter Udo. Nigeria, my fatherland. Peter Udo. I hope I've not lost you guys yet. Because I was going through the story and I read it like 4 times before I can really grasp what's going on. So now, the couple who are doing naming ceremony, Mr. and Mrs. James, they bought that baby from Mrs. Loretta Nelson, who is a suspected child trafficker. In turn, Miss Loretta Nelson also bought the baby from a pastor, Pastor Peter Udo, for 1.450 naira, meaning for 1.4 million. That's how much she bought the baby from the pastor. One child, though. One child. Hudeyi said Udo bought the baby for 500,000 naira from another suspected child trafficker, Gloria Sunday. Wahala, wahala, wahala. Gloria Sunday. So, Gloria Sunday, who allegedly stole the baby on July 11th, 2024, a situation that prompted the mother of the baby to report the case to the police. Following the report, Hudeyi said the police swung to action and arrested Sunday, who led them to arrest other suspects linked to the crime by detectives attached to the Okoba division of the command. The PPRA said detectives swung into action, which led to the arrest of Gloria Sunday, who during interrogation confessed to selling the baby for 500,000 naira to one pastor, Peter Udo. Peter Udo, who was subsequently arrested in Ikenne Town, Ogun State, admitted reselling the child for 1.4 million to one Loretta Nelson, who was then also apprehended in Festac Town, Lagos. Hudeyi said Nelson confessed to selling the baby for 2.3 million to one Mr. and Mrs. James, who were apprehended during the naming ceremony of the stolen child. Hudeyi noted that investigations have commenced and the suspect will be arraigned at the court after investigation. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you are following this story, but if there is anything that could be described as crazy and maybe even call it madness, I don't think it could be worse than this. Imagine an innocent infant, 2 months old baby, 2 months, stolen. And within a very short period of time, they have traded that baby 3 times. 3 good times. Gloria Sunday stole that baby and sold that baby to Peter Udo for 500,000. Peter Udo now resold that baby to Loretta Nelson. Peter Udo is the pastor. Peter Udo now resold that baby to Loretta Nelson. Loretta Nelson now sold that baby to Mr. and Mrs. James. Mr. and Mrs. James now called friends and family and say, God has done it. Oh, the Lord has done it. Finally. They call DJ, call MC, cook rice, cook everything. Call everybody. They are church member, everybody together. They won't do naming ceremony. So, the more I read this story, the more I ask myself, like, what exactly could be going on in the minds of the so-called Mr. and Mrs. James when they're having this naming ceremony? Now, Mr. and Mrs. James are Christians, and definitely in the naming ceremony, there's going to be the presence of a pastor who, of course, we pray and pronounce the name for the child, right? Would the pastor ask, when were you pregnant? When did you put to bed? That we are here now naming a child. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Okay, let's say they told the pastor, oh, we adopted the baby. I'm not talking about Peter O'Donnell, the pastor that sold the baby for 1.4 million. No. I'm talking about the pastor that was present at that naming ceremony that wanted to christen the child. So let's assume they told that pastor, oh, we adopted the baby. We want to give the baby our own name. God has done it, pastor. Shouldn't the pastor ask, where are the adoption papers? Maybe I'm reading too much meaning into what I'm saying here. So, real fam, I'm going to share the link. If anybody is free, who want to come in to help us make it make sense, please, you are free to hang out with me. All right? If you can't come in, you can drop your chat. We're going to go through this together. So my starting point is actually from the pastor who got busted alongside how can I qualify those the parent now that want to do naming ceremony? Can I call them thieves? This thing is so confusing. So confusing. Help me make it make sense. Help me walk around this thing. My brain, they do bang 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 right now. So help me make this make sense, guys. What do we? I don't know. What is going on in Nigeria, for crying loud sake? Why is it so difficult for people to do the right thing in Nigeria? Why? All you've got to say is, or ask the right question. That's all you have to do. There is evil in our land, and the evil will not prevail in Jesus' name. Okay, let me go to the chat. So Sister Mara said, is that how it is easy to adopt an infant? All infant adoptions are suspect. My sister, I just feel like where could be a better point to start unraveling this madness here. So I just felt like, I think it is better to start from the so-called parent that wanted to do naming ceremony. You wanted to have a naming ceremony for a child that you bought in the black market. Hey. Who? Biba said, it's possible the woman has been appearing pregnant. Apparently, they have some chemical that eject to look pregnant. Tummy will be swelling. Oh, I was listening to Auntie Aduni's show earlier today. Oh. I was listening to that show and people were actually talking about this fake pregnancy. I haven't heard of that one, no, Bilba. I never heard of that one. But during Aduni's show today, a lot of people mentioned it during that show that there is this medical treatment that women can actually go through that they will start developing features of a pregnant woman, and even they will be pregnant to the point of delivery. I don't know how that works, honestly. Yo, Sister Marriott in the building. I don't jackpot today. I don't win jackpot. Sister Marriott, how are you doing, my sister?
Good afternoon, Uncle Beno. How are you?
I'm fine, Mama. Oh, see that voice again.
Don't flatter me, please.
It's so hard to match your voice and your character. You are always giving me boost, but your voice don't sound like somebody who can actually kill a fly itself. Eh?
Yes, I'm an innocent person. Only in the chat that I like fight. I don't want peace.
You like to throw boost.
in the comment, in the chat, yes, but in real life, no.
My sister, welcome. Happy weekend, Sister Marriott. How is my brother and everybody?
Everybody's good. We're all good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We give God the glory. So, Sister Marriott, help me make this story make sense. I was so confused reading all the transaction details. How Gloria stole the baby, then sold it to the pastor. Pastor now sold it to Miss Nelson. Miss Nelson is now the one that sold the baby to the parent, who are actually having naming ceremony. So I don't know. Help me make it make sense, my sister.
It doesn't make any. You are confused because it doesn't make any sense. Basically, the pastor is like he's a broker. He's operating between the I don't know, Madame Gloria. How many baby was sold 3 times?
Gloria stole the baby from the mom. So Gloria sold the baby for 500K. And then that is Gloria sold it to Pastor for 500K. Then Pastor sold the baby to Loretta for 1.4 million. And then Loretta sold it to the adoptive parent. I go call her now.
They are child traffickers because we can't even call them adoptive parents. But that's why I was making a comment about when you in the headline where it says criminal surrogacy. But I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But the challenge here is I was actually listening to I listened to a podcast. So there are private adoption agencies in the US as well. And the woman that was running the agency, she ended up getting convicted because she was doing something similar, not quite this bad. So basically her own business she was pressuring all these women that are on, substance abuse, that are pregnant. She would then tell the family that she has a baby for them. So she would make them pay for the upkeep of the woman that's going to give birth to the baby. I'm pressuring those women to give up their children. And there's obviously price difference. If it's a white baby, the price is higher. If it's a black baby, the price is the cheapest. So black babies in the US are the cheapest for private adoption. So it's not like it's unique to Nigeria that people are running private adoption agencies and basically selling children. But this one is so crazy that this baby has been sold multiple times. The price keeps going up. And then this foolish couple decided that they were going to have a naming ceremony for a baby that is not theirs. You can adopt in Lagos, but I know a couple of people who try to do it. It's very, very difficult because, Nigeria is not a place where you can just give a child to a random person. They might, they could be ritualists. You never know. So they make it very stringent so that if you are truly adopting, you really, really want that child. And they don't really have babies like that when you want to adopt a child. Because it's not easy to find an infant. Usually it's like a 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 12-year-old, not babies. So these people want babies because they want to fulfill a fantasy they want to pretend to the world that they had the baby, by themselves naturally. That's why they're usually looking for infants to buy. I don't know how they convinced. Actually, I take that back. I was going to say I don't know how they convinced people that it was their baby, but we see it every time in church when people come and give testimony. Oh, I'm 45 years old. I've been married for 25 years. I didn't have any
Yeah.
baby. God now touched my womb. There was a program last week. I gave 1 million and got, how they do it. So basically, a lot of them are stealing babies, buying children, and claiming that God, miraculously opened the block to whatever is in their insides. It's very unfortunate for this baby. I really hope they find the mother, because in this story, I never heard about the mom. Like, where is the mom?
I think Punch was trying to cover the mother's identity. Those are the criminals right there on the screen, but they did not talk. They didn't say anything about the mom. Although the mom was the one who raised alarm when the baby was missing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the mom was the one who raised alarm. They stole that baby at Ikene, Ogun State, somewhere Ikene town or something. So the baby raised alarm, and then the detective, they started investigating, they started working, and that is how they were tracing Gloria. So by the time they caught Gloria now confessed that she sold the baby to the pastor Udo. So when they now grab Pastor Udo is the one that led them to Loretta Nelson. By the time they grab Loretta now took them to the people that she sold the baby to. By the time they got there, they were already having the naming ceremony.
Wow.
Okay.
Why even lucky like that the mom that gave birth to the baby knew that her baby was stolen? Because there are many people that give birth that don't know that their baby was stolen. They just know that their baby has, pied. The baby did not come to, didn't come to this earth. The woman will be crying somewhere. Meanwhile, the baby was stolen and sold. So the fact that this woman was able to know that her baby was stolen and actually reported is a very good thing that has happened for her, because she can actually get her baby back. And I was thinking of the people that they actually, even the ones that sell, I put in the comments, but even the ones that actively sell their children, where they give them money and they go, like you said, 30 or 50K for a boy or a girl. Even those ones, I feel bad for them, because those people that run the private baby factory, they pressure those girls into selling their children.
Yes. It's not like maybe they willingly want to conceive and give birth and give the...
Yeah.
Many of them, they were actually deceived, because those who run the baby factory, they appear to them like, oh, I'm your savior. I want to help you. I see you are suffering. I will house you. I will take care of you. Sister Mario, did you remember the story of Shed the Arrow something orphanage, Arrow of God orphanage? Have you seen that story?
It's sounding familiar, but I can't remember the specifics anymore.
Yes, it was this journalist in Nigeria. Is this Soyombo? That fantastic investigative journalist. So he approached the orphanage with his wife and said they wanted to adopt a baby. Although the reason he set out to conduct that investigation was that there has been rumor that they are not following due processes in that orphanage. So by the time he documented everything, recording all along the way how they met the mama who owned the orphanage, the story make a lot of wave back then. They
Yeah.
didn't follow any due process at all. Even the baby that he later adopted, because he took care of the baby. That is the woman. That's the founder of the Arrow of God orphanage, the one that is selling anyhow. That is she there. All kinds of I have the video. I will share in the backstage for those who would like to see it. He documented everything. Even when they got to the point that they were gonna go receive the baby, it was as if they wanted to go and buy cocaine.
Oh my.
Them address. They were telling them, come to this place. They would drive that place. Okay, now move to this other area. They go there. Okay, now come. So it was like they don't want them to know where they are with the baby. At the end of the day, now for inside one bush, that's where they now complete the transaction. So the journalists document everything. And that led to closing down the orphanage and then the arrest of this mama. All the documents they used in their adoption, they were all forged documents.
Of course they are forged. Like a lot of these orphanages, do they have the authority or to actually put children up for adoption in the first place? I know there are private adoptions, I get that, but should somebody be approving you giving a baby away?
I'm surprised. And then I know Brakidola, you are here, but it's not easy to quickly see Sister Mario. That's why I quickly want to
Oh no, I can always come back. I feel like this story really bugs me because as Judo Okubenu, I have a 6-week-old, and I just listened to that podcast about private adoptions and how this woman was basically scamming couples, collecting money for fake babies that don't exist, pressuring women to give up their children when they didn't actually want to give up their children. So to see the kind of story where somebody just basically steals a baby, like did they give it to the baby at the hospital? Like how did they kidnap or how did she steal the baby from the mom?
I didn't really get the details, but they just according to Punch News, it was when the mom raised alarm and called the police. That is all we know about when they stole the baby. So they not exactly told us how they stole the baby, but in Nigeria, they use all kinds of formats to steal baby. In fact, I learned that in the East right now, it is rampant. Stealing of baby is rampant, especially in Anambra State. I'm sorry to all our Anambra real fan people, but that stuff is so rampant in Anambra now. They were stealing baby up and down. They do all kinds of things down there now. In fact, I came across a story yesterday of a guy who was locked up for 5 years by his own people in a compound. And what they told everybody is the guy has traveled to Europe. So they do all kind of evil things right now back in Nigeria. Hey, what's up, Abby? Diaspora Diva, I saw you come in earlier, but your internet was not connecting. So that's why I shared the link in case you want to come back. But now, before I ask Brakidola, Sister Marriott, and I can hear my baby disturbing you already, Seth, which is what I like. Because you distress me, so my baby go help me distress you too.
Lord. This is my karma.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. You know me, I love baby a lot. They are fantastic being. No pain, no pressure. They just eat. They do their thing. If
Easy for you to say.
Pass that stage, Sister Mario. So no worry. If you need consultation, me. So, Sister Mario, help me make this make sense. In the case of the story that I'm sharing right now with the real fam, that mom who knew they actually bought that baby for 2.3 million naira and they are going ahead to do naming ceremony. Can you please walk me through what can be going on in her mind?
Desperation.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Desperation. When you are desperate, because I don't know, who knows how long this couple has been hoping to have a child for. When you are desperate to the point where you need to have a baby, you're not complete with that if you don't have a baby. You're not a woman if you don't have a baby. How can you be in this world without a baby? It gets to a point where you shut the human compassion side of you will shut down, where it's just like, I have the money, so let me get this baby in my life so that I can also have a naming ceremony. They can call me mama, blah, 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 blah. So I think that's what it is. It gets to a point where you want something so desperately that you don't care anymore. There is no human feeling. There's no, all it comes down to is that I have the money, I can pay for it. And now they're going to call me mama bon boy or mama bon girl. I think that's the point where they got to. BBC did something similar about baby factory in the East as well. And I think it was there's a human trafficking, something ministry in that state. And the woman was asking, the boss was a lady, and she was asking the woman and the man that had a baby, like one of these factory babies. And they said, this baby, where did you get the baby from? Oh, I was pregnant for 13 months, blah, blah, blah. This baby is mine. And the woman said, but we did DNA and the baby is not yours. The baby is not your husband's. Oh, no, this baby is mine. No. Okay, so they asked the lady, so did you do DNA? She said, no. The doctor told me that I should not do a DNA because because it will give incorrect results. I should just wait. Something like that. So I think the head of that trafficking ministry in, I don't know what state in the east, was basically threatening to take the baby away from her. So she and her husband were begging that they shouldn't take the baby away from them. So I think this lady, I don't know if she's one of those cryptic pregnancy people, but even if she was, it's very likely that she knew that this baby was stolen. There's no way any Niger person, any Niger lady that has any means is giving up her infant. That makes no sense. Like if you adopt a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, I believe that truly you went to an orphanage and you found a baby. But that you're adopting an infant, very unlikely that that baby wasn't stolen from somebody. Like, did she even meet the mom? Did she say, okay, let me meet the person who gave birth to the child? Let's find out if you really did want to give up the baby. Do you want to be seeing this baby once a year? She didn't do any of that. So I believe that she herself knows that the baby was stolen. For sure. I think it's desperation that got her to that point.
She knew it. And
Yeah.
I think like what you describe now is more or less like an obsession. That obsession that I must have this baby. This
Yeah.
baby is mine. Please, my people. Look, back then, I think when I was still in Nigeria, I belonged to those people who believe that, oh, if you don't have a baby, something is wrong with you, your life no complete, you go suffer, you did it. But now, 20 years later now, I've seen fully that it's not everybody that we have a baby.
No, it's not. It's unfortunate, but it's not.
Yeah, it's just like being a millionaire or a billionaire. I was telling some folks one time that, listen, me as I did like this, I don't accept my fate, because I've come to realize that the people where God don't design say they could become millionaire, they could become millionaire.
Yeah.
If God did not design it that you're gonna be a millionaire, if you like, invest from now to tomorrow. If you like, do anything, create whatever, you won't still be a millionaire. So there are some things that it is not just meant to be. I know it's hard, I know it's difficult to say, but some things are not just meant to be. You're gonna have to accept it that, okay, Lord, I tried, I did everything I have to do, I give up. And you can't tell. The moment you give up, that may be the moment God wants to now bless you.
Very possible.
Yeah. Stories of 42, 43, 45 years old. That they will be pregnant. They won't even know they are pregnant because they've not experienced it before.
There's even where they adopted the baby, and weeks after they got not a baby, not a literal infant, but like a child. Weeks after they started living with them, the couple found out that they were actually pregnant naturally by themselves. They had stopped trying. So, like you said, the Yoruba say so you never know how it's gonna work out for you. Just to close, and I'll leave. I know people are joining. All I want to say is that Nigerians frown on adoption. They are happy to take on one poor relative's child in the village and bring it to the city, but they frown on real adoption. But we're okay with stealing a baby. I think we need to get to a point where we're going to make ourselves comfortable with true adoption, where you adopt a child, really love the child, not treat the child like your maid, not treat the child like you're doing them a favor. Like, make that child your own baby, your own flesh and blood almost. That's how you're going to treat them. I think we need to get to that point as a society so that people don't feel the need to go to stealing children so that they can pass it off to their neighbors and their church people and their mosque people as, oh, I've birthed a child. Like, we don't need to pretend like we're giving birth to children anymore. We can just adopt children, whatever the age they are, and be comfortable with that if you're a couple that can't produce a child. I think that's what I want Nigerians to take away from. Like, we need to get to that point so that all this stealing, it needs to end. Oh my goodness, I feel so sorry for the baby and the mom, because they've missed out on so many weeks of bonding, of just loving on the baby, because they're moving the baby from environment to environment. Oh my God,
crazy. My sister Marriott, hang around. If you want to come back, you can come back.
I will.
Just feel like we have to discuss this because of how important it is for us to at least talk to each other, to at least educate each other surrounding this, anything about this surrogacy and adoption. So thank you, Marriott.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, my sister Marriott. And for those who might be having issue, wondering about adoption, so let me tell you guys right now. Me, I go tell you like who I go adopt baby. I am still going to adopt a baby. I still want to adopt one small boy. I don't care. I still want one. I don't tell my wife all the time, say, babe, I want retirement baby. We're going to go through the entire process. I still want to adopt one small baby boy. If you understand how it is, when you raise small picking like this, I don't know how to describe it, but there's this bond between you and the child. You know, sometimes I will just be at home. I will remember how my son, who is now big boy, he don't even want to now big boy thing, what do they do now? I remember my son was very, very little. I will put him on my chest. Now there he go, sleep, go. It's therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? See me now. Every day I'm having time on my hand. They go school, they not even send me again. They not even they house self, they go lock themselves inside room. So I still need one baby and I'm going to adopt. Yes, my own retirement baby, I will adopt it and I will over pamper the baby. So if you are thinking adoption is now you sabi. When I adopt my baby, I give him my name, everything. Can't tell me, say, Ben is not your baby. I can't sue your ass, man, you know how it be. Brachydola, I see you, honey, babe. Let just hear from Brachydola real quick. Brachydola, happy weekend, sir. How are you doing?
Thank you, my brother. God bless you a lot, too.
Yeah, no verse, Brachydola.
Oh, I enjoy what the other sister was explaining, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're all learning, you know, what is going on.
So, Brachydola, I don't know if you hear the story. A couple was arrested in Lagos when they are having naming ceremony for their child. It turns out they buy the baby. So, based on police investigation, that baby was stolen from his mom. And after stolen the baby was stolen by Gloria Sunday. So, Gloria now sold the baby to a pastor. The pastor's name is Peter Udo. The pastor bought that baby for 500,000, and then in turn, the pastor now sold the baby to another woman that is running all the child trafficking racketeering by the name Loretta Launcey. So the pastor sold the baby for 1.4 million, and then the Loretta lady now sold the baby to the parent that were doing naming ceremony for 2.3 million. So my question was, what exactly could be going through the mind of those parents that bought a stolen baby and they still have the effortry to be doing naming ceremony? Can you make it make sense, Brachydola?
My brother, you know, you see, Nigeria become an evil center for a very long time. For very, very long time.
Man.
All these so-called churches, pastors, these are fake. They're nothing real about them. All of them. If you think, this was my belief in God. No, these are criminal enterprise. Be shoot at as God or whatever it is. I've never known when churches have become anything for good stand. Never exist. Since 1980, when Ora Robert came first to Nigeria, right? Before this, not now, these feel-good pastors have been existing for a long time. All these reverend pastors, pastor who, pastor that, all these Rolls Royce pastors, private jet pastors, they're not good for it. These are 419 pastors. I mean, it's because we don't have no rules and laws. If we have rules and laws, some of them will be rotting in jail.
Brachydola, you never hear me talk, say, the day I know, say, we get president, we go fix Nigeria. Now, when we get president, we begin build prison. You never hear me talking before.
Oh, yes. That's why I miss military regime, I miss military. I swear to God, I miss military regime. Really. Nigeria is not a place whereby you play little hands with some sanity. The politicians are corrupt. The ordinary citizens are corrupt. Everybody is corrupt. Nigerians, look, that's why you don't trust nobody there. Those that are oh brother, how you there now? Even inside your own family might be the one want to take care of you, want to clean you up. You understand me?
So
This thing that is going on, it's all for money.
yes.
Everything come down to money. Just we have fake mercy, fake drinks, fake that, fake this in Nigeria, even fake light bulb in your house. If you buy a light bulb in Nigeria, it will blow within 1 week. Gloves are no longer gloves anymore. You put on your house, so everything tied to money. These people, what they're doing is very, very wrong. It's because the system is not working. No judges to try them. Everybody's so only good few Nigerians are good in that country. All of them, they are evils, and even the people that even bought it, they're also evil people. Also, you understand me? They're supposed to all to go and rot in jail at least for 100 years. You know what I mean? Because if you don't stop these people, for you to be able to do these things, one I don't really believe pastor anyway. You will know these people can do what else have they been doing before this game? Because you take a strong mind, an evil mind to do what these people are doing. Evil mind. And I said it. Chaos, corruption, not just corruption, stealing money alone. Corruption comes with chaos. That's what we see now in Nigeria. Because the system is corrupt, everywhere is chaos. It's now become from to fire now, almost to fire. You understand me? Nobody you would turn to that will answer you. The people that are ruling us, they're not even good themselves. So what do you expect for ordinary people that already have evil mind? You talk about Anambra and all those areas. The atrocity that those people are doing against themselves there is a mad blowing. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know.
Uncle Benny, let me tell you one thing. The evilness of Nigeria, not now it started during the slave trade. All these people, now you see people do DNA. Nigeria. That set I call Nigeria be trafficking human being for a very long time. If you talk from the east, pass through the Gulf of Guinea, right? All those Port Harcourt area from Igbo lands, all those areas called south to all those areas. Now Port Harcourt, they take their pass. Gulf of Guinea. They be trafficking people to the other world. But now, our Black Americans are our brothers. Oh, the Caribbeans are our brothers. The same evil, when you be given birth to by evil human being, a devil cannot born an angel. You know I tell you so. Devil not fit born an angel. That devil person about 500 years ago, the descendants must surely come out of one or two must surely have that devil behavior in them. It happens to be that in Nigeria, a lot of these devils exist.
Yes.
You know what I'm telling you. So what you see now is a process of those that are doing this is their ancestors are devils. You understand me? They are devils. I don't see how a person will open a clear eye and go and steal a newborn baby of somebody else.
Yeah.
I'll be trafficking it without not having sympathy. That baby needs milk. That baby needs mother to comfort the word that scared him or her.
Yeah.
You understand me? Baby gets shocked in the night. Baby gets shocked even by looking at the sort of they see visions that they feel the hands of their mom because they stay inside their mom, inside that where they will stay. They could feel their mom voice, they could feel their mom feeling the smell and everything. But somebody just come, a devil just come because of what you want to take this baby and start making money, stupid money out of it. These are devils that are supposed to rot in jail, possibility, give the evil the death penalty. But who's going to do it?
Yeah,
Well,
thank
we have
you.
kidnappers and killers ourselves as our leaders.
Yes, thank you,
So,
Gary, my brachiodola. You nailed it. You make it make sense, Egbon. Thank you very much. My Onyika Sola, the honey babe.
Brother Kidola, I can't stop laughing about what he said because the funny thing, I agree with everything he said, which is a first for me. I think everything he said is I totally agree, absolutely. The reason I found up is is just to go back to what Sister Marriott said. I actually watched the program. It was BBC Africa, and it was to do, I can't remember what it's called, cryptic pregnancy. And what it was that the reporter was obviously from Nigerian descent, but she's obviously British with an accent like me. And she went to Nigeria to follow this thing about cryptic pregnancy. It's about some injection thing. And what would happen is that they convinced the woman, the couple, especially the woman, that she was actually pregnant, when it's pretty obvious that there was nothing. They were discouraged them from taking a pregnancy test. And in regards to what Sister Mariette said when she went to that ministry, to that lady that was head of one ministry, the woman asked her, did you do a pregnancy test? And the woman said, no, we were told that even with a pregnancy test, it's going to show negative, and it won't show a positive. They've been so brainwashed, these women, especially regarding the cryptic pregnancy, which was the topic of the BBC Africa program, that even though you could see there's no pregnancy because you're not pregnant, they have convinced these women that they're actually pregnant. And I think the woman said that if we do a DNA test and we find out that it is not yours, we are going to take them away. That's when the woman was pleading. They didn't show the woman's face, obviously for privacy reasons and whatever. But it's quite amazing how these women know the children are not theirs, but are so desperate and have been so brainwashed, they don't seem to realize what they're doing is wrong. And for me personally, if adoption was talked about more and accepted more, these women wouldn't have to resort to things like this. Because basically, what's the difference between what they're doing and adoption? You are basically wanting to bring up a stranger's child. What's the difference? Because it's not your child, right? It's not your DNA. So I think the issue is yes, it's lawless, like Brother Kidola said, but the issue is there has to be more education. I love the fact that you're saying you want a retirement baby. That's so cool.
I know, honey babe, I love babies. It's one of my, I like little baby, like doing things for them, just kind of like it's fulfilling and therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's really commendable to you and everything.
the fact
So
that
what I was sorry, let you finish.
You know, they are innocent. When they giggle, when they laugh, you know.
Yeah, they're lovely when they're babies before they become 13, and then they're showing you shaggy, but that's a personal thing.
You know, just miss that now that my soldiers, they are all grown. I just miss it, you know. Only babe, you should know what I'm saying. Now sometimes
I know what you're saying, because in another 3 years my eldest will be 16, so they do grow fast. But what I was going to say is that I commend the fact that you understand, because when people think of adoption, the instant reaction is, I want a child of my own. And I think there was a thing on TVC where, again, and other Nigerian news, where they have said and repeatedly said this, the level and percentages of paternity fraud is alarming in Nigeria and especially Africa. And a lot of it is that a lot of people don't even know who the true parents are. My issue is that if there's education for in regards to adoption, a lot of these women would not need to resort to what they're doing, which is basically stealing babies, because like I said, you're technically still bringing up a child that is a stranger. That's not your biological child. So what's the difference? In regards to the pastor, I think everything that Brother Kidola said, I'm not going to repeat it, I think applies to that. I'm not even going to go into the whole pastor thing, but I think my thing is that there has to be education, and there has to be some type of resource where there shouldn't be so much pressure on having a child of your own. Many women and men go through fertility issues, and we need to be very realistic about it. They shouldn't be ostracized, they shouldn't be shamed, they shouldn't be looked at differently just because of the issues they have. I'm lucky enough to have children. I've never had fertility issues, but I've been lucky. Another person may do, and we need to have empathy and compassion. And there needs to be avenues, and there needs to be serious talking and education to understand there's nothing wrong with adoption. I think it's the greatest gift if you have the aptitude and the patience to adopt a child. I mean, you know how in the UK, every council is always talking about adoption and fostering, because there's loads of children out there that are, you know, for whatever reason don't have parents. And, you know, for you to offer yourself as a parent, it has to be a passion. And I commend anybody that does that. And I think we need to talk about that rather than, you know, the desperation. And, you know, because I feel that if there's the education, people wouldn't need to do what they're doing.
Yeah, Absolutely. Thank you, Honey Babe. Honey Babe and Brakidola, help me dissect this statement from Diaspora Diva. Diaspora Diva said, serious churches need to start vetting testimonies around childbirth before bringing them to their pulpit. Do you think churches need to vet testimony?
It's not really their responsibility. I mean, the way it works in the UK is that for every child, I can only, sorry, if I don't know about the UK, it's because that's where I'm based and that's my experience. The way it works in the UK, for every child that is born, you would have, I think you get a red book from the hospital. It's been a while, so correct me, anyone that's in the UK. And then you would have, within a certain amount of time, you have to register the birth. I don't know how it is in Nigeria, but there is some type of paperwork. So you would know exactly which hospital the child is born. If they're born at home, there'll be a midwife that will sign off that it's a home birth. But thank you, Abby. So there's always some type of paperwork which would confirm where the child was born, who the parents are. So there wouldn't be this gap where anybody can just steal a child and say it's theirs, because you would have the necessary paperwork. So I think that has to be put in place. But as you know, Nigeria is a different breed. And the problem is we don't have any type of database. We don't have that apart from the the SIM card thing. I can't remember what it's called. I don't think we've got anything else. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you had some kind of database or paperwork, these type of things wouldn't happen, because as far as I'm concerned, you would have, I've forgotten what it's called, Abby, but you register your wedding, it's the same place, and you would register the birth of your child. And unfortunately, if you delete, you would register the delete. There we have that in place. So there's never, well, obviously there's always going to be a gap where someone will obviously try and get through the gaps of any database, but it's very rare that you wouldn't have someone that you would know exactly who the parents are, where they were born, the necessary paperwork, because when I had my child, I had to get birth certificate. They had the details of whether I had a C-section, whatever, the time my son was born. Everything is all there, all the paperwork from the hospital. So if you have those type of things, sorry.
Yeah, I say you are.
So if you have those type of things, I think it wouldn't happen. I don't think it's up to a church to police those type of things. I think it's up to the government having the necessary infrastructure and the necessary institutions to register those type of things. I don't think it's up to a church to do that. It's not their job. A church is a church.
Yeah, thank you. And I think Chilled Power actually made a very good point. Chilled Power said there is no rule of law in that place. Anything goes. Welcome to Nigeria, my people. Uncle Kidola, Sheme Church, they made a vet testimony before people give their testimony, because all these, I got pregnant at age 51. Now I have triplet. Hallelujah. And Uncle Kidola. Okay.
Look, there's nothing like vet, because the churches even want this 419 and fake or whatever, giving, Look, the whole church is there, right? There are some well-organized ones, like top-notch, kind of like government institutions and everything. They all believe in this fakeness. You understand me? They all believe people coming out to give fake testimony, because it gives them good view, it gives them good people to be more souls that are coming, more money they're making. It's about money-making machine. It will never really be, these churches will not be built to help honorary citizens, to help, even to talk even about God. You understand me? These are money-making territory to build mansions, buy private jets, and all. How do you expect an evil place to correct themselves? You understand? It can never really happen. You understand? Because we'll be quiet ever since allow these pastors, churches among our problem, because they have to seize our mind, our soul, so that they can control us, so that the money will be more coming. Due to this season of mind and soul, that's how the government take advantage of all these things also, as I say, pray for good. How can you pray for, have you ever seen somebody say, I will pray to God for money? God doesn't control central bank. God doesn't control jobs. You have to get a job. You have to work to get money. But you don't have to pray to God. Oh, God, just give me 10 million now. I'll be praying for this. There's nothing like pray. No, it does not. There's austerities that might be happen. Body can heal themselves. Good, you might be in the right time and the right place, depending on your network. But nothing go for prayers and all these things and all this nonsense. If you sick, then you drink agbo that will stop the jadi, or you find another type of advanced medicine that must, heal your problem. Look at what is going on in Nigeria. They all, if you sick of malaria, you inject yourself a lot of times. It's not working because everybody want to be a billionaire. They will go to some of these places to buy this medicine, but they buy the fake ones. Before you know, oh, it's a billionaire. He's driving Rolls Royce. You could just stop and give people $100 on the street. Oh, it's a philanthropist. But what is that? We live in a world called who land. We don't know who is ruling. We don't know who does not rule. Everybody just like zombie, left, right, nothing. Fella said, fella was right about these things,
Well,
Racketeering,
why you they do like this now?
no, my brother.
He's upset. He's very upset.
The whole thing, I did grow up like this. When I was growing up, everything was, there was rules. No matter who you are, there were rules. You understand me? There were rules.
Absolutely.
It's a shame that these people that enjoy those rules are the one destroying these rules now. Very big shame. Big shame. You understand me? They all think about themselves. They are all children schooling in London, United States. You see some of their children even play poker game in casino. Nobody could question them. I think it was England. The daughter of Margaret Thatcher, I think, was wearing a golden wristwatch. That woman almost lost her job when she was the prime minister. You know what I mean? But in Nigeria, nothing. Somebody will buy this house. So what if I buy? My daddy was rich. Everybody have excuse to give why they get that it did come from a poor home. You understand me? Go and check their record. Their father maybe was farmer or something else. It's good, but if your dad could train you to achieve your top, my brother, you see what is happening in Nigeria now, is due to corruption, and there's no rule of law in anything. Imagine say a native doctor will come out, when they talk about coming female person, native doctor for you, Facebook everywhere. Nobody they fear anything again. Bring everybody go praise you. There are some people I know they both see again because one, if I don't know how you make your money, I'll be scared to come close to you. I cannot buy I cannot buy a new Range Rover. I cannot. But when I see some boys in Nigeria buying a Range Rover, you look, how you get this money? You cannot. You'll be very scared to near that person because you never know what the teeth you see that is very white might be full of blood and evil things. Why don't you suffer go and eat your roasted yam in the corner and feel happy and use the red oil to rub your hair? And so, okay, any good food you eat, you sit. That my grandfather used to say, if you eat good, they'll say it to your body. Me to say, don't fear, relax, be under the mango tree, eat your food and rub and relax and feel very happy. But nowadays, my brother, all this so-called, oh, it's a big boy, that's a big boy, this is a big boy. Behind the scene, you don't know what they're doing. Another shaking of hands can make them think, oh, they're already initiated without you not even knowing what they what they do. Why not stay away from them? Let them do their things. Let them enjoy themselves. Ignorant people, we know how money comes. You work out for your money. If you don't work out for money, you don't get the money. The older you become, the less money you have. The more you go to a special, your special pay you. So my brother, Nigeria now, one kind of I don't know what to call them again, though.
But talking about this regulation, I think it's high time Christianity is regulated in Nigeria. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. I think it's high.
Who's going to regulate it?
Government? I don't even know.
We'll be able to regulate the bad medicine and the fake creams that our people are using in their body. They're able to regulate it. They're able to control this fake Coca-Cola, fake Hennessy and anything. They could not. They talk about a very big body with money. Why some of these members, some of these government officials are members of these churches. They're fighting for vote and everything in these places. When we talk about regulation, you talk about whereby the rule of law is independent from anybody. You can be tried no matter who you are. Oyibo man, no matter how you could be his best friend. If you commit crime, they go fair report you. They go fair report you. You say, no, what you're doing is bad. You have to go to jail. You're not above the law. Nigeria don't be like that. everything I cover up. Now, funny place, oh. Funny place, my brother. Nobody's going to regulate it.
But I think we need it to. This is really seriously getting out of hand right now. It's seriously getting out. That's why, for me, may God forgive me. I say it all the time. Nothing motivates me to go to Nigerian church. I'm sorry. I will pray, do whatever I have to do. I still obey what Bible say we should do. Every month, I still do as much as possible. Give away what is equal to my tithe. But I ain't going to no place to drop it because of the way they are moving, especially Nigerian pastors. So I'm sorry, man, I don't talk, say, oh, this guy is an evil guy or something. We need that regulation. They are doing too much. The way pastors are getting mixed up in all these surrogacy, all this adoption thing now is getting out of hand. Imagine who even named their pastor self. That is where we even need to start from. People just, as I did here now, if I did Nigeria, I don't say anything do. If I just grab Bible now, on ring light, put myself on internet, begin preach, all I have to do is attach pastor to my name, Pastor Ben. So far, I'm consistent for almost 3 months every day. I go to TikTok too, go to everywhere. I started praying and started kabashing. This I know if you do, not be to open Bible, digest one chapter, break them down, then come regurgitate them later. Just call myself Pastor Ben. Before you know, they go begin call me Pastor Ben. That's the craziest part about the shit in Nigeria. Nobody go even say, make their ask, how did you get your anointing? Who anoints you? Nobody is anointing nobody. Turn on your ring light on your camera, you become a pastor. And I go preach. Now make your mouth don't sweet. Just look for something that is trendy, you hop on it. That's why you see them dabble on everything. They don't even have messages because they are not called by God. Small money, they don't begin to misbehave. When I was growing up, pastors, we don't even get pastor then, we get reverends, bishops, prophet, apostles. Those are the people we had when I was growing up. And these people, money, at the point itself, as much as I will be asking, see, they take and do this reverend bishop, they say they don't get money. How person go there? He go just accept, say, he no want money, he just want to serve God. And that is why back then, if they speak like this, you go to shake. Because you know the anointing where they carry. Not now. I told myself pastor now. Oh, my swag since my own pastor go make sense by when I go hire people like Abby, hire them Gen Z, better Gen Z than we find like say tomorrow no day. Go Sunday service gone, we do them online. I'll tell my Gen Z, somebody like Abby, I say, Abby, I need you to show them, baby. Makeup, yeah, make that makeup. I want that makeup. 100. When I'm speaking, you just give me a jazzer. Yes, Lord. And I'll preach. If we decide to preach on anything, I will just come out and tell you, say, being a body does not take you away from Christ. A lot of people out there are convincing the children of God. You can be a body and you can serve God and you're still gonna be in the presence of God. Hallelujah, somebody. I'll be going to tell, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. All you have to get people where their mouth sweet for English. Let me block that my way. And if you be pastor, may your voice just come on. May you get the para, may you dey loud. They will believe you. Nigerians, they believe everything. Tell them, I can see somebody right now. The Holy Ghost tells me. Oh, yes. Holy Ghost say you should put your hands on your tummy. Yes, on the right side of your tummy. The Lord say I should tell you in the days of Bathsheba. Hallelujah. Somebody. My church every Sunday go to full. Hey, we go collect off, we go collect tithe for online there. When I team or anything. See, the Abby there yourself. Abby. Oh, there.
Yes,
Abby.
PB. Yes, PB. PB. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Daddy.
Which one be PB again? You don't start.
Pastor Ben, you know, as Gen Z pastor, we have to give you nickname PB.
Hey, now you talking.
Pastor Ben. That's what PB means.
If I hire somebody like you now, no, we go get money. I tell you, I'll just introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, meet my assistant pastor, Welcome, Abby. Without your sweet voice, then you start talking. You know, why the man was God was speaking? And that your voice, you know how they sound when you want, not only when you dare with me and now you they pretend. I see how you they talk normal. When you dare your corporate word, now when you dare with me, you go they pretend. So Abby, the church feel work, Abby, no feel work.
It can work. Anyone can become a pastor.
That is
Anyone
how
can
you
become
be a
a pastor.
pastor
And
in
it's
Nigeria.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
You scare people. If you want Nigerians to believe you as a pastor, scare the shit out of Nigerians. Now your church, they go to sleep, they wake up every day. Just tell them. The Lord say I should tell you right now. Oh, there are 22 people listening to me right now. The Lord said they're about to take your job, but that is not going to happen. All you got to do is to sow something right now. Nigerians can fear. Hey, now it could be 100,000 people listening to you. And pastor will just try and there say, I see 22 people say they go fire you. All of them go to say and then they won't fire.
Exactly.
All of them go. You also to say, hey, it's like, hey, they'll go to work the next day. If they greet their supervisor, good morning, sir. As well as like, maybe supervisor just wave, job out there. I don't talk that this man won't fire me. The next thing that they have is the pastor. Hey, that pastor online is Pastor Beck. Can you get me his contact? I tell you, called. Pastor, my name is John. I was watching your program yesterday, sir. I come to work today. The way they are moving is like I'm the one they want to fire. Pastor, what's going to happen? Then I'll begin bring solution come out. All right, we're gonna work on this, my son. The Lord told me, do you have Cash App or you have Zelle? Do you have PayPal? The Lord told me you have to do something in dollar. Abby.
Yes, sir.
This is an adoption. No verse, my dear. Be like say you were busy earlier on. What do you think
I
of
was
this
on
case?
Mama Five's live. So before I go to this, I actually have a question. I came in because of the church angle, and I wanted to put a question out there, especially for you and Uncle Kidola. I don't know if Honey Babe has any experience with this, but what's the name of the church you be and
Chucky.
Chucky, leave me alone.
Chucky, why now? You won't spoil our ministry. Chucky, don't give us our church name. No.
Exactly. We need a more Gen Z name, like something that's Gen Z, like the Lit Ministry. Uncle
The
Bello, the Lit
ministry.
Ministry.
Oh, Abby, man. You see what I'm saying? You and I we gel, Abby. We can make it work. The lead ministry.
Lit Ministry. So
at this we go take start.
Yeah. We're not using that fire emoji. Okay.
Yeah, delete.
I'm liking the angle.
We're gonna do Friday lit fire service before they go club. We have to protect them.
Yes.
Ooh, I don't see money. Abby. It's like I'm in the wrong profession. My Bible. I go study Bible. I don't see money.
Uncle Kidola has left the studio. I think he would have had this.
Maybe.
Anyway, one way to ask you. So I grew up in the Anglican church, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I still am Anglican. But I wanted to say that the thing about Anglican church, Catholic church, Methodist church, they have some sort of structure. So there's some sort of things that you cannot do. This is talking about what you said about the government putting some sort of regulations out there for church, for ministry, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, for instance, this testimony thing does not exist in the Anglican church. It doesn't exist in the Catholic church. Nobody is given an hour of time in that church. It's so structured where they know how it goes.
Yeah.
From whether it's from you recession to him to this prayer to that one, So I'm thinking, why can't there? I know that is a structured church, is the oldest church as well. Why can't there be that sort of structure as well? Also, what really is the benefit of testimony time at church? Outside of this children's thing, like whether it's house of God, I want to tell you people that got a new job. Praise the Lord. What really is the benefit of testimony in the grand scheme of things?
Abby, Abby, where you go pack all this your sister come this afternoon. If you see the comment where they are dropping right now, Abby. Sister O'Shea, which one be your own now, Tori or Law?
Sensational Church of Christ. Not bad.
Sister Labelle say he won't be our church treasurer. O'Shea, my sister, O'Shea say another tactic is to put everyone on heavy fasting so they will lose their senses. Oh my God, Nigeria, we don't hear enough for Nigeria. May God help us. Okay, Abby, my dear sister, this couple, I don't know if you hear the story from beginning.
Yeah, I heard you when you repeated it.
They were doing naming ceremony for Peking when they thief. But can you help me make it make sense?
I think we've discussed this before. Has anybody watched Baby Farm? Have you watched Baby Farm?
Yeah, I've seen Baby Farm, yes.
Okay. So, Uncle Beno, I want to say something. I don't know if you've experienced this thing before. When I was growing up, as you guys know, I grew up on a barracks, right? On an Air Force base. So one thing about growing up in the barracks is you kind of sort of know everybody. It is such a large, I don't know if anybody knows Air Force Base Ikeja. It is quite a vast land or vast area, but you still kind of know everybody. That's how it works in the military. It's so odd because if you don't know people by their surnames, by their dads, you will know them by the children. Somehow you shall know. And there was this particular lady that basically did the same thing, allegedly. And this was at this point, I was probably like maybe 9. So I was saying close to 20 years ago. It was popping. If you had money, her husband was high up in the military, and what she did is she disappeared and claimed that she went to America. I don't know if anyone has experienced what I'm saying. It was very common. They would disappear and say they are going to the village or going somewhere and they come back with a baby. Now, what happened then was, unfortunately for her, she shared this secret to somebody. They fell out, and Castellana burst. Castellana burst at. So there's something called NAFOA. NAFOA is Nigerian Air Force Wives Association. So they have meetings. Obviously, my mom was a part of the meeting. So I don't know the fights that they fought to over all these presidency, secretary, treasurer. I know this type of thing. That's how Castellana burst, and this woman now puts the story out there that the baby is not even hers. They went to go and take the baby from the east. You know, Uncle Beno said something about the east now. Not to be to put out stereotypes, but unfortunately, it seems to be very, very vast. And it did not just start last week, right? Oh yeah, they say we're on the Twitch side of barracks. My dad was a senior officer. But yeah, so it has always been common. And as long as you have money, and in this situation now, I think at that point, her husband was very high up. So who's going to touch them? Right?
Oh, yeah, no. Nobody.
I think it was on Kidola that was saying that money is always a factor, unfortunately. Yeah. And I don't really know what to do from here, because even outside of stealing, Uncle Beno, there's lots of young girls that I just have to give them a little bit of money to take their babies off them, because they don't know the future that they have. So it's an economic issue to begin with. The same thing we said about even the whole surrogacy thing. It is a serious economic issue. Now, with the church, I personally think that there can be structure. Yes, I know that the Anglican church, or let's just say Orthodox churches, are structured because they're also not owned by us. They're not owned by Nigerians, let's be honest. So how much can they change the doctrine? But I think it's possible. People in the comment section are saying that testimony and the structure of the Pentecostal church has been done on purpose in an attempt to actually be scammy. And I get that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Enough is enough.
It's part of the sales target now, or sales strategy rather. All right.
Because we're talking about this. How about even things like how many people have passed on because these people would deceive people when it comes to their health? Tell people to go to the hospital. You tell them to keep giving you money for one sickness or the other when they should go to hospital. You know?
Absolutely.
So it's actually a very dangerous game, and I don't like it.
Absolutely. Thank you, my Abby. I see Precious in the building, and our honey baby is still right here. Precious, how are you doing? Is that Luke?
Yes, so but now Luke.
Only you they carry pressure so far. Only you they carry look. Are you doing 419 here now, or you are playing politics now? Which one we they now?
Boss Beno.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to learn my pastor stage now. No. Actually, my dad's phone is bad. I took my sister's phone, so.
Okay, I got you. So look, all this surrogacy adoption now, all this on a pastor, why you for all this nonsense? What is your take?
First of all, I want to start with this talk. Actually, I agree with what Abby the talk. Firstly, real pastors, the miracles they real. Miracles they exist. That's the truth. Make we not just talk anything outside that. Miracles they exist, very real. And secondly, this story, what we don't hear for here today, this story now, very bad story. Very bad story. According to what Abby talk just now, I'll talk say structured churches, better churches. For example, now I get married now. Say I don't marry for like 20 years, no picking. For example, and I they attend one big church, and that church I did active well for that church. People know me. Say we don't marry 20 years, no picking, and I can't come one day say I want to do naming ceremony. I can't invite my pastor come for naming ceremony. You know, the pastor have to ask me. I come. I come. Yes, now. So this story, I feel say the pastor when come for the naming ceremony. Firstly, not be that church, not be the man church. Now I could officiate for that naming ceremony. If it be that Peter will do when I officiate to. If it be that Peter will do when I officiate for that naming ceremony. Because if you are active in the church and you never born people like 30 years, the church supposed to know say you do, supposed to know say you get belly. They're supposed to know that you are pregnant. They're supposed to know that you give birth. Like Anglican churches. Me to the Anglican. Anglican churches. I'm not trying to raise my church, but Anglican, Catholic, Baptist, those churches are they have structure. They have structure. They don't give that avenue for 1 hour testimony, 1 hour testimony like that. So it's very, very rare in my church to see people give testimony. It's very, very rare in my church, my parish where I attend, to see person give testimony. It's very rare. If it doesn't happen to you, the pastor of it talk and say this happened to the person. But it's very, very rare to see person won't give testimony, say you never born for like 20 years. This can happen. It's very, very rare. So this happen. It's very, very bad. See, pastor they involved, and I feel say now maybe now growing churches. No, not general. Now all churches now they bad. No, those ones, those churches when they forget to, those kind of churches nine day involved for those kind of things. I'm not saying that those big churches are not involved, but most of them now those kind of church when they forget to area, when they just come up.
In the most.
Yes, when the pastor won't make name, when pastor won't make name. If you don't watch this movie by Win-Lose professionally, you will see the kind of things when they do arrange miracles. Those kind of things, those churches when grow, and they define members, and they define fame. Those people define fame. Pastors, churches when one pastor now get the church, is very, very common. Sorry to say, it's very, very common. I don't want to mention names, sir. It's very, very common to
see. No, you don't need to say you don't want to mention name. We all know say now business. No, it's no more hiding. And even they themselves, they are not hiding it no more. So don't apologize for anything. Look, are they hiding it? No. Let's be honest. All the people that own private churches, are they hiding it? Is Baba Adeboye hiding his own, or Baba Oyedepo, or Chris Oyaki? What are we saying? He's
boss,
they owns it. So period.
Boss, not be Baba Adeboye get redeem. I think you know that one. Not be get redeem.
I know this conversation is not about that. I'm just saying you don't have to be saying, let me not mention name. We're not saying I don't get their church. If I take my money, start church, he grow.
Yes.
I can't give you. It's normal thing now. Except for people when we
That's
say
it. That's it.
God really minister to them and they focus on heaven. So don't say you they apologize. Now that apologize. Now it get us to where we did now. Where pastor they said Pikin. Is that not how we get here? Pastor they said Pikin now. Thank God the story is on punch. I know they do let me cook it up. No, I saw the story, I read through it, I dig it and I'm like, oh shit, we need to discuss this. So it is what it is. Should the pastor be involved in selling Pikin?
No, never. Even
you sell at 1.4 million. Like, isn't that madness?
Even my pastor of my parish, he tell the member say, he say if you never get Pikin, if you are barren, if you don't have child in like 20 years, say go and adopt legally. Go and adopt. God still likes adopted children. If you have faith that you can wait on God. But if you don't want to wait, go and adopt. Don't keep yourself in that cage that you are crying every night and there's orphanage to adopt children. Legally go and adopt children. Don't kill yourself in one corner. My pastor is saying no. So it's I don't know why people like this couple here. This couple they went to buy a little baby, not more than 3 months old. That's absurd. For the pastor is very bad. It's very bad. Very bad. Very bad.
All right, thank you very much. That's a good one coming from Luke. Before we leave, I just want to have your take on one more. I played this video earlier. You guys are not here then. Let me just replay it. What happened is that this woman also, she was looking for a child. And is this one that is looking for a child or the other story itself? It's just confusing. Let me just play the video so you can hear. Because with this one, what happened was that this one impregnated her church member, her married church member. And he also unalived the husband, and he's a so-called pastor. I think that was the story. Let me read the story for you, and then you can watch the video. So it is a shocking and heartbreaking story. What happened was that her husband was an engineer who barely stays at home. One day, his wife was pregnant, and he doubted the pregnancy because he was always away from home for some months. The couple seriously had a home dispute because of the pregnancy. Few months later, the husband was found deleted in his car, burnt beyond recognition. The police carried out an investigation and found out it was their church pastor that unalived the husband and set the husband ablaze, and it was never a car accident. The police saw one of the deceased car in the pastor's compound also, but the number plate was already changed. When they asked him who gave him the car, he said it was the deceased wife that used the car to sow seed in the church. Now, the backstory is that the wife and the husband, they've been looking for a child for a while, but the husband don't stay around. His job is always taking him away from their home. Sometimes he will go for months. But then one time, the wife get belly out of the blue, and the man suspected that something is wrong with this pregnancy. It turns out the pastor is the one who impregnated the wife. Now, because they were having issue, the man was going to leave and everything. The man is doing well financially. Pastor unalived that man until police investigation discovered that the pastor was actually the one who did it, because he was so dumb that he actually took over one of the man's vehicle and put it in his compound, and they found that vehicle in his compound. So they charged them to court, and I think the verdict was that they should be tried by hanging, and both the pastor and the wife. So the family of the wife, they appeal, and then the appeal court, Wike's wife, Wike's wife is appeal court judge. So Wike's wife now overturned the judgment for the wife, so that the wife must not be hanged on the testimony of the pastor, that the wife was the one who actually planned everything before he executed it. So what I wanted to bring out here is this. How come some of these sisters, because these stories are becoming rampant now, how come some of these sisters, when they go to these pastors, because they are looking for babies, they end up offering something more to the pastor? So first off, is it the pastors that are luring them, or are they the one throwing themselves at pastor? I need clearance on that one. Then two, in this case, because this woman, at the end of the video, the woman say, "Oh, my God, fight for me. My God overturn because I'm a child of God." I almost want puke when I hear that thing. But make una listen before una help me put mouth and we get out of here. Oh, I never even share them. That is it now. He's not talking. Can you guys hear?
No, we can't.
It's not talking.
Okay. Prosecutor can settle the court. The housewife, Mrs. Enabong Isowoyo, and her alleged pastor lover, Udoka Okachukwu, were both sentenced to death by a high court in Benin for the murder of her husband, Engineer Victor Gabriel Isowoyo. During the trial, the prosecutor can settle the court that the murder of the deceased was carried out by the convicts so as to cover up a pregnancy accusation by the deceased while he was away. In his ruling, Justice Imadu Bello held that the prosecution was able to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The judge sentenced the woman and her lover to death by hanging. The judgment was also upheld at the Court of Appeal sitting in Benin City. But at the Supreme Court, a 5-man panel of court justices headed by Justice Mary Peter Odili upturned the judgment of the lower courts on the ground that the confession of the first accused, the pastor, cannot be used against the second accused, wife of the deceased. According to the judgment, the location where the deceased was murdered was only known to the first accused person, and as such, the second accused person cannot be held guilty of the murder case. The Supreme Court thereafter set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal, affirming the conviction and sentence of the appellant, and accordingly acquitted and discharged Mrs. Enabong Isowoyo. Counsel to the discharged victim, Barrister Olayiwola Afolabi, and others, comment on the judgment and subsequent release of the woman from the correctional center.
She was accused wrongly of killing her husband. She was convicted at the High Court. We will raise the issue that this woman is innocent. The court refused for this to us. And Speaker said, no way, she's innocent. That she's not responsible for the death of her husband. That judgment is a seminar. Can you use the confession of a co-accused to convict another person? No.
Today, she's standing here with us as a free woman. We are very happy. We are very excited. It's a good opportunity to also to congratulate my principal, Olayiwola Afolabi.
The woman expressed gratitude to God and the judiciary for standing on the side of justice.
I bless God for this day, for this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will ever live to praise Him. I went in there as nobody, but I'm standing here as an ambassador of Christ.
Best Mbiere reporting.
Lobaton.
La maman la guette.
Honey babe, you are already laughing. An ambassador of Christ.
I don't know what to say, honestly.
You have ambassador of Christ after sleeping with pastor, getting pregnant for pastor, and then you and pastor unalive your husband, who is an engineer, and she still came out and say, I am standing here today as an ambassador of Christ.
She's mad.
She's mad.
You cheated on someone and you conspired to properly delete him, and you have the audacity to open your mouth and say you're an ambassador of Christ. It's only in Nigeria they can chat that nonsense, honestly. Honestly.
She's an ambassador. You see?
You know, right?
I don't tire. Since I don't remove my cap, I'm tired. Eh? Abby, do you have anything to say about Ambassador of Christ?
Honestly, Uncle Beno, we discussed this during that episode on like pastors and the, and I don't know, it's just very shocking because I'm trying to think about it's both ways, right? What has the pastor said to you, and why have you agreed? Why does it make sense? But at the end of the day, I think it's fair to also remember that these people are desperate. I'm not saying that it's an excuse, but maybe we can't really understand where they're coming from because we've not been that desperate, especially with how, a lot of women are put under pressure when it comes to like childbearing, how childbearing is tied to a woman's worth and identity and status in marriage. Who knows how much, threats they've also had to deal with I'm going to bring another wife in, all sorts. We know we're Nigerian, we know how it goes. And then there are these pastors that are seen as spiritual authorities and mediators between God and man. A lot of people have refused to see God for themselves and, pray for themselves. So now the pastor has said that God has told him this is how it's going to be. And, I like you, I can't understand it. But surely these are the reasons, right? And then you have those as well who, I said this before in one of the previous live streams, a lot of Nigerians are educated illiterates. That's just the truth. A lot of Nigerians are illiterate. So your pastor would blow one grammar, will come, we will do. I was about to say something that's going to be very particular to a pastor, so I'm not going to say it. But your pastor will look a certain way, and all of a sudden you think they're superior to you. So clearly they must know more than you.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate.
It is what it is. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. It's been a fantastic Saturday. And I do believe we've learned one or two things from today's show. Okay, Toby and Tribe, how you doing, my sister? Sister Toby said, most Nigerian women place pastors in a very high esteem, and they look at them like assistant God. So it is always easy for them to follow whatever the pastor says. That is why women need to use their brain. Thank you, Sister Toby. I don't tire for their matter.
Hello.
Yeah, Luke, you want to add anything to that?
Yes, so from time immemorial, from the Bible, women, sorry to use the word women, or should I say some women, women they very easy to be lured. They have that weaker heart. They can easily be convinced.
You think
they
so?
can easily be talked to. Yes, pastors. If you see, even Jesus Christ ministry itself, most of them are women. Most people are women. Most of them, when support Jesus Christ, are women. Women are easily talked to. They easily fall for this man of God things. Some women actually, let me give us some women. Some women they really fall for this man of God things. So when I see this kind of stories, I just look at this. I just throw a face. I say, why? These pastors, they waste time to talk to all these women before they go fall. The women are desperate. They are looking for something. I even have a story self. I even have a story. I had a story where this man pushed his wife to go meet this pastor because of Peking. The woman said no one go. The woman are Catholic. She said she no one go. But the man say if you not go, he go divorce her. But the woman say our religion not permit all those kind of things. Say they know they go on that church. Say God will get the children, but the man say may go. When the man go, the pastor say he must come for prayer, private prayer. The woman not agree, but the pastor go force her. He come the first time, second time. After like 1 month, the man could say no, don't do. The woman husband could say don't do. But the woman say no, never do. Now you force me. Later not the man get belly. The man could absolutely get belly. When the man born the Peking, now the pastor now get the Peking.
No baton.
The man called the verse. See why the pastor give wife belly. No, the man say call the supporter. Not be you push me, go me pastor. Not be you push me, go me pastor. I tell you, say I don't want this kind of not good. You see, my go be pastor, you define Peking. Now I don't get belly now. You see, man stop. The one was still seeing the pastor. The one was seeing the pastor after the birth. The pastor say the woman see cleansing, cleansing. But the man they cry till now. The man they cry. So you see, sorry to say, some women actually they are easily convinced. They are lured. They see these pastors as as idols, as oracles. And when they say some things, they just fall once. And if you don't know God for yourself, you have to know God. According to what Abby said, you have to know God for yourself. If not, you go fall totally. And it's everything that they tell you that you don't believe. That's the truth. This woman was just starting this is the day that the Lord has made. Ambassador of Christ. Rubbish. This is rubbish. When for Bible, when an ancestor prayer commits crime, they are to die. The wife was an accomplice because she agreed to sell the land. Now accomplice, they are to die. This woman too, you agreed to kill your husband, supposed to die. Now I just believe so that the lawyer not judge the case. So if not, I think the lawyer gave better evidence. If they for kill it, they for hang the woman too with the pastor. So
oh, voilà.
that's my case.
Sister, I think you said the husband forced her. Husband's fault in this case. If we go this route, we won't live here today. I don't get energy to even follow any of my sisters' drag today, I beg. One thing with me I know be say when it comes to anything spiritual and pastor, I think women tend to believe pastors too much. I don't blame you now, Abego. No, I hear me well, but I think women have this soft heart, and women seek after the things of God more than men. So that makes it easier for all these pastors to manipulate them and sell some BS to them. If you remember, even when our Lord Jesus Christ, when he was crucified and he was laid to rest, the Bible says he woke up in the third day. Guess who was there first? All of them go know the story now. Is it not Mary Magdalene? Which of the Mary now first reached there? Look, Mary Magdalene, or which Mary first see Jesus? Is Mary Magdalene now? Abby?
Say Mary. Yes,
Mary
now.
Yes. Yes,
So,
Uncle Ben.
what does that tell
Pastor Ben, I don't like what you are doing.
What am I doing?
You have to know the Bible very well. This thing will work.
So that our ministry go work, Abby.
Yes.
But
You
I
may
get
have to
it.
be able to
It's not Mary
manipulate.
Magdalene.
Or you're asking us, and you're asking this question publicly.
Pastor can ask congregation now. You don't saw. You know they see pastor. He gets some pastor now where go say, you remember when God speak to those who are fighting against the Jericho? Church, what did God say? And church will reply, what are you saying? Look, in case you don't know, I grew up in Cherubim and Seraphim. Now where they bomb me, there I grew up. In CNS Church, when the apostle is preaching, or maybe the prophet is preaching, most time they don't call the Bible chapter and references out. The congregation know. The moment they begin preach like this, somebody go down open Bible to that story where they go Bible there, the person go just stand up. Nígbà náà táwọn ọmọ Israẹli dìde, wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ sí Jericho. And then pastor will say, yes, continue, read for me. So, man, I know verse. Now, the church where I grew up be that. We know all the stories in the Bible, but unfortunately, we know if they quote Bible verses for you. I be no cause spoil our business, eh? We business where we just want start today. Now today, now you won't open our yansh. Make the con say, this your pastor, no nothing. Eh, Abi, take time more. Anyway, women are tend to get convinced or confused by pastor, whichever way you look at it. And I think it's because women's heart are always more closer to things of God. You know, anything happen, women will start praying instantly, and they believe in their prayers. And women kind of see pastors as the assistant of God. So I don't blame them. But my sister make una do well. Many of this the one where they vex me pass, make I no lie now. Now those daddy mommy where they call pastor and pastor Mrs. Now they vex me pass. I'm sorry. You go just one young man now. The moment you say, I'm a pastor, you go see them. Even old mama say, Daddy, I can't check you yesterday, and I'll just be like, really? Really now? Just call him pastor. Okay? I'm not saying we don't have good pastors there. We have real men of God out there that are doing what God called them to do. But at the same time, we have plenty of them that are into business. And now, as you can see, one of their business model now is what we discussed on today's show. Part of their business model is selling children, being part of surrogacy and adoption now. So may God help us. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. For those of you who are into content creation, if you want to create this type of tumbling, don't stress yourself. I created this one with ChatGTP. So in case if you are wondering, how this tumbling is so good. No, and they look so real, right? So ChatGTP actually created that for me. I instructed ChatGTP to give me a tumbling comprises of a Nigerian pastor, a Nigerian woman carrying baby, and two Nigerian kidnappers who what did I even put, Seth? Who are surprised and amazed when they got caught, and ChatGTP fine-tune it, and they asked me if I want to generate it. I say you should go ahead and generate it. So in case if you're a content creator and you really want to create amazing stuff like this, all you have to do is to learn your prompt. If you learn your prompt, and if you have the premium version of ChatGTP, it gives you way realistic tumblings that you can get anywhere else. I still pay the same amount for my ChatGTP anyway. I think I'm paying say $18 or $10. Can't remember how much I'm paying for my ChatGTP, but it's gave me superb outcome all the time. Mom of Five say, I want to learn to create great tumblings. It's easy, Mom of Five. All you need to learn is prompt. I don't even they stress myself with many of this shit because of the sensitive nature of the topic we want to cover. I really don't want to use real pastor images or anybody images, and at the same time I still want realistic images. So that is why I use my ChatGTP. So M5, all you have to learn is prompt. Just know how to give ChatGTP prompt. In fact, make I teach you now one simple way to do it now.
M5 should come and pay me £500. Let me help her.
Abby, why do you like money so much? It be like say before we go start this our ministry, I need to deliver you first, Abby.
Do you know my middle name?
What's your middle name, baby?
My middle name is Isioma.
Isioma?
Yes.
What's the meaning of Isioma?
It's like good. It means good. It translates as good head, but it could also mean good luck. Yeah, but
good luck, Isioma.
I'm just saying, no, that's not the reason I'm telling you. I'm telling you that Isioma, I'm an Igbo babe.
I know.
I need my money.
I'm even happy that your name is not Nwake Ego. Now, those one where they call Nwake Ego, now then they fear me pass. Nwake Ego, money pass picking, I be picking pass money or something. But that ego, when I hear ego like that, and by the way, why be say all Igbo women, why be so not to like money? What is the problem? Chucky, come and tell me, why is it that your people like money too much?
As opposed to what, Uncle Beno? What else is there to like?
I just don't know. I'm a Yoruba man. And we not to like money like that. We want money, but you know they like to miss any opportunity to make money. Jesus.
Anyway, Mom of Five, you've gotten the offer. Dr. Damazon is $5,000. Mom of Five, I will give you discount because I've known you for a long time.
Abby, that money where you they charge it too much. You never even show them say you sabi the work. You know they charge money. Anyway, all right, guys. For those who really want to know how to do all these things, you can actually let me just give you one more expo. In case you don't know how to prompt ChatGTP to give you what you want, you can actually ask ChatGTP to write the prompt for you. And then you can now tell ChatGPT to now use that same prompt to create the image you wanted. Abby, it makes sense as I explained also.
Yes, yes. I mean, what you can do, remember that you can also use the voice feature on ChatGPT as well. So let's even assume
Yeah.
that you don't even know what to type. Start talking. Start talking. You will get
Yeah.
somewhere. But also understand that, as Uncle Benno said, you're going to get the best results if you pay for the premium. If you pay
Yeah.
premium, so if
Yeah.
you get the
Can I?
free version, it's long for everybody. But if
Yeah.
you're confused about your prompt by words, I think you should talk into the app, and you
Yeah.
most likely will get better results that way. If you're confused, I don't know what to say. Just describe what you want or what your story is about, and you
Yeah.
should get it.
Yeah, can I say something? I mean, I use ChatGPT to make the the lovely avatar that I have on my channel, and that was all basically telling it what I wanted, doing the prompts, put it into the AI app that I use, and also all the gestures that you see on that she does. That's all prompts.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, a lot of it is all prompts. So it's trying to understand all the prompts. What I tended to do is that I literally use the audio. I get lazy with typing and I put in what I wanted on ChatGPT, and it will basically help you to create a prompt, which is what I use to create my image and my avatar. So a lot of it is understanding what you want, put it into ChatGPT, and then refining it based on any amendments that you want to make.
Absolutely.
Another benefit of the premium version is that you can get a couple of goals as well. So let's say, for instance, you want it more dramatic. Once it gives you the first one, you can actually say, "Can you make it more dramatic, please?" So, for instance,
Mhm.
you go from
Yeah.
standing and then to maybe hand on the head or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can always say, "Can I get something more dramatic?" And they will add that on. Can I get tears? You can add that on. So you
Mhm.
can also, that's why it's good to have the premium version, so you don't run out of opportunities to fix the
Yeah.
thumbnail until it's what you want. So that's what I
And
would say.
the version I have now is actually is it 5.0 or something? The one I have now. I subscribe to many of these nonsense things demo. So when I use them for a while, then when I see that they don't serve my purpose, I let them go. And
You
then
unsubscribe. Yeah.
the one that are really good, I keep them. And it's really, really good. Right now, for those who want to create video, or if you don't have money to buy really good audio devices like this, there is this website that you can use even from your phone. You don't need any special mic or something. Just look for a very clean environment, and then you go and record your audio on that website.
11 labs.
No, not. I don't even use 11 Lab. I
Yeah,
use
because I
this.
use 11 labs. Okay. I thought it was that.
Yeah, this one, I give this one to all my girls and they are using it. It's called 123 apps. Yeah, it's called 123 apps. You can type onlinevoicerecorder.com. You should open that 123 apps for you. It's very, very good. Sometimes when I'm at work, maybe I'm just on break and I wanted to create a content for my other channel. I'll just turn it on my phone and I'll start talking. By the time I spoke for like maybe 6 minutes, that's it. I'll add video, everything. I've got my content, and the audio is very, very good. So, guys, if you haven't followed the rebuild, go and follow the rebuild. I like how Honey Babe voice is always sharp, sound professional. You,
You know what, Uncle Ben? I
It's
literally
giving
cloned. You know what I did?
newscaster, that sort of vibe.
is it what?
Yeah, what I did is that I shouldn't be telling you, but what I did is basically I recorded 2 minutes of my voice and I cloned it using 11 labs. So basically, I spoke for 2 minutes. It's so all this AI is crazy. So all I did was literally clone my voice and then recorded it, and literally I put the script in and it just generates it. So I didn't actually sit down and record this. I just used 2 minutes of my voice and I
Yeah.
cloned it, and then 11 labs does the rest.
Yeah, and that's good. That's what I call being creative. Life is easy now. children are creating businesses using all these AI tools. Now we Africans, now they do struggle get where we no go agree one leg. But not be Gen Z, all these Gen Z, they are criminals. Them
What happened again? What
Gen
happened
Z.
again?
This is
But you
why
know what, Uncle Ben? It was my son who's 10 that showed me how to edit in CapCut.
You.
My youngest one, no joke. He came, he's back with his dad's, but he stayed with me. And that's when I did most of my videos. He was like, Mom, let me show you how to edit. I was like, eh? This is a 10-year-old. I'm not even joking. These children, they are very, very sharp.
Unprovoked attack on Gen Z yet again, for no reason.
It's not unprovoked. It's just because of the way you people are wired. Technology has made everything too easy for you people. That's why I know they agree, they respect us where we they try something.
Exactly.
But that's how life is now. The young shall grow. What do you want us to do? You want us to suffer?
It's just so hard dealing with you people. Do you know what happened today? My daughter iPhone, she's not 16, she get now or something. Gen Z, every time she's always charging that phone. She they sleep, the phone is charging. She they up. Sometimes I will go to her room and unplug that phone. But I lie today now. I don't know what happened to the battery. Maybe as a result of being overcharged. Phone screen the white for down, the picture they show for up. And me and Vicky, I first of all go do my own thing this morning. When I came back, Vicky took me all over the place. She said she has a picnic or something. We went to be by. By the time I came back, I was going to prepare for this show. Then she now came, Dad, you got to do something, Dad. What, do something? What happened? He dropped the phone. He said, Dad, just look at it. This phone, I don't know. I took it to the IT in our school. They said the battery expanded, it exploded. You have to take it to Apple. I said, I am not going to know Apple. I ain't going nowhere. Whoa, you won't have phone for the next 3 months. Where I'm going is that she grumble a little bit. The next thing, this guy, by the time I know this guy don't come back with her iPad and say, Dad, I already made an appointment with Apple. We are going to Apple Store this evening. When do you have time? Is this so? And I'm like, this is something I used to do.
I love it.
Now this guy not even wait for me. Now me buy phone. Everything. She don't go make appointment book. When I live here now, I'm going to the Apple Store. So that is why I say, you Gen Z, something is wrong with you. Somebody can protect you again.
Uncle Bedo, how's that not a positive thing? Independent thinking.
It's not independent thinking. At least
you want us to always need you, don't you? That's what is going on with you.
You wanted her to beg, but this one, the way they move, if not be say I have to be present there because what the Apple usually do, I have a Apple Care on everything. So anytime they are faulty, I'll just go there. If they can't fix it, they will give me a brand new one. Yeah. But I have to pay $100. So I think it's because of that $100 now that she needs me because the way I'm looking at that phone, they may likely replace it for her. So,
anyway,
but because
our God is bigger than you, and our God is bigger than millennials. I be which generation? That's what I'm gonna say.
Una God know they let una the listing. Honestly, if you see the way I was happy when she showed me and I saw that phone like that, I'm like, yes, at least now you will go to bed on time. Yeah, but oh God, I was gonna really show her shaggy with that phone. I planned 3 good months. Said this guy no get phone, but what? Gen Z. I'm just done with you people. Una just different. Una know the hear word. Abby, you people don't hear word. And if you think Gen Zs are the problem, try Gen AI. Those one.
It's true.
We gotta go. Thank you, Mama 5. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, my sister. I love you all. Zeno. So Zeno and Auntie Labelle, they said they want to be our church treasurer. And Auntie Labelle is the first to say how she want to be treasurer. The next thing I see Zeno. Then I see Chiru Power also say Naim first talk say he want to be financial secretary. You see, this is the reason why our Niger problem no fit go away. fake church where they talk about now. People won't come be treasurer for this fake church. Me, where I go, they shout, yeah. Una no consider me. Now the money side now, what they. Eh? Anyway, God see all of now. Abi, prepare. We must start this our service. So
We have
okay.
to. Important. The lead ministries. Let's
The
go.
lead ministry, yeah, the lead ministry.
Ah,
Oh,
it's giving. It's giving.
we have our own
It's
special.
giving, Pastor. Pastor is giving. It's giving. Daddy.
Tejuma,
Daddy is giving.
you see, Tejumade said, I am finance professional and ChatGPT is my new haven and spreadsheet Excel. Let
You
me
know?
not say much, you see. Now
Yeah,
that
I'm the same. I use it a lot. It really, really helps. Like I said, not even just in on my YouTube channel. I used to use it a lot when I was still working in finance. So yeah, I totally agree.
oh spreadsheet.
I'm not even trying to be funny, but I've had to ensure that I don't use this as much as I could to the point where I don't have it on my phone. So I
Really?
have, yes, because of my job, I have to be able to think on my feet, and
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
I don't want to now be in a situation where I start to depend on it. When I
Yeah.
knew it was dangerous was when I saw a video of a girl that even uses it to cope with her loneliness. Like there's people that chat with these apps,
Yes.
like their
Yes.
boyfriend.
Really?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's very dangerous. So, and this is
Yeah.
one thing that my dad had taught me a long time ago. Same thing with math. My dad used to always fight us about using calculators when your brain can do it. And I found myself doing that sort of thing where why can't I just do a quick 23 plus 47? Because your phone is always like, in your hand, you think
Yeah.
you can use a calculator. And my dad would criticize it so much. Use your brain. So I think I've kind of like stuck with that where for years my dad would insist. Even when my dad would do homework with us, so even throughout uni, my dad used to be on FaceTime with us to do homework and stuff. My dad used to insist, use, okay, what does that say? Like with your brain. He's an engineer, so I guess that's just how he's wired. But
No verse, so Abby, I'm still listening to you. Zeno said people train it to respond like their ex.
yes,
To do what?
and it's become an addiction. So I want to employ people. Before AI, we actually used to do things. So even if
No,
it's
no, no, I agree. I
even if
agree.
it's little task here and there, please you remember that your brain is actually working, so you're not dependent on this thing. Because, like I said, what happens when you're in meetings? Like I said, for me, particularly, my job requires me to think on my feet. You need to be able
Yeah.
to think. So that's one of the things. I don't have it on my phone. I have to literally go out of my way to use it. For
I
that,
agree with you, Abby. I think, like I said, I'm not in finance anymore. I mean, I use it a lot in terms of prompts because of obviously the nature of my channel, but I do agree it can make you lazy. I heard of friends that will use, you've heard of people that use it for exams, for thesis, for a lot of the written work essays, which is not good. And obviously, I think there's a lot of I think a lot of unis now have a special thing where it goes through your essay and then picks out any words to see if you've come from ChatGPT. But it does make you lazy, and I do hear what you're saying.
and then I think I think it's just a bit concerning because I was thinking about it when I was writing my dissertations at uni. I had to Google words to understand the meaning of words. And I would say that has also helped in my vocabulary. So I'm worried about the next generation and how much they even understand the words that they use. Because you don't even know what you're just copying and pasting stuff. Do you know what I mean? So you don't get to actually Google. You don't get to find, synonyms or alternative for these words that you use so that you understand and there's more depth to the words. So I find that we might also struggle with things like vocabulary. And like I said, one thing that I think is a very important trait is to train your brain to be able to, to think on your feet. A lot of people fail at that. You can't think of anything when you're asked a question, even if you have to manipulate it, to your advantage. We need, as adults, we need to be able to think on our feet, and ChatGPT is going to ruin that for us. But yeah,
God will
that's it.
help us, my dear. God will help us.
Amen.
So that Chucky said we should call our church Brown Sugar Ministries.
Are you serious? Did he say that?
I'll be talk to your guy Dashoki. Dashoki won't spoil this ministry for us. Why we go call our church Brown Sugar Ministry? You won't spoil church. Make sure say Chucky no join service. So.
We can't. I've already told security to hold him from the gate.
All right, guys, let me allow you to hear from my honey babe, our Oyika Sola. Hey,
Hey
sweet.
guys, yeah, please subscribe and like on my channel, the
Ever
one that
felt
Uncle
trapped
Ben is
by your own
displaying.
success?
Oh,
You
do I
chase
sound
the
like
corner
that?
office, the title, the salary, but what if it's costing you everything that actually
Please
matters?
subscribe.
15 years.
The link.
That's how long I played the
Please
corporate
go and
game.
subscribe to
Early mornings, late nights,
Honey Babe
endless
channel,
emails.
please.
I climbed the ladder, promotion, pay rise, corner office with the London skyline, mortgage in Essex, shiny car, colleagues who respected me. From the outside, I was winning. But every win came with a cost. Then came the night everything changed. Tuesday, March, 2:47 a.m. I sat up in bed, heart pounding, chest tight, couldn't breathe, clock ticking louder and louder. I drove myself to A&E, hands shaking, thinking, is this how it ends? In a hospital car park at 3 a.m.? The test came back clear. The doctor looked at me and said, you're healthy. It's just stress. You need to slow down. But how do you slow down when the golden handcuffs are welded shut? Lying in that hospital bed, I realized I wasn't living. I was surviving. At 6 a.m., I made a decision that terrified everyone. I was going to walk away. Not because I had a plan, because staying meant dying slowly. The rebuild started with one word: no. No to the next promotion. No to the golden handcuffs. No to living someone else's definition of success. It has been 147 days since I walked out. I won't lie, it's been terrifying. The uncertainty, the judgment, the financial reality. But for the first time in 15 years, I feel alive. Here's what I learned.
Honey Babe.
Yeah.
Honey Babe. Do you know you corporate ladies, you guys are scary, right? Like when people want to come and deal with you guys, you guys are somehow intimidating and scary.
Why do you say that?
You guys don't know that. No,
I don't know that.
A corporate lady, Abby should know. You guys should know what I'm talking about now. You guys are somehow intimidating and scary when you are in that your corporate mode with your high heel, walking coca. Why are women like that?
Because they're on a mission. We're boss babies.
I'm not even trying to be funny, but I find that we're also in situations where our competition is mostly men. So we have to come across as fierce.
Yeah, exactly.
We
The
have
thing
to
is,
many men that we compete with. We have to come across as strong and fierce. It's what it is.
But the thing is, Abby, when you tend to do that, they see you as aggressive. I've had not personally to me, but you get a lot of women. Oh, when she's a CEO, the natural thing they say that she's very aggressive. Now, if she was a man, they wouldn't say that. So sometimes there's a lot of bias when you decide that I'm a boss babe, I'm doing well. They see you as being too aggressive.
Yeah, I agree. I think what helps is you also have to be able to play the office politics. I mean, this is not the topic, but we also have to be able to play office politics. One thing that I do, because I'm a very thoughtful person, I always remember information from time to time to make sure that people can see the soft side to me, so that when it comes down to it, you can't rule me out as just this girl that cares about work. I mean, to some extent, it might be performative, but it works in my favor, so I don't care.
Definitely.
Chucky said, I'm used to corporate status like Honey Babe. You have to be in that environment.
Yeah.
No, but there's just something. I don't know whether it's my own coconut head or I profile ladies a lot. Honestly, they don't do me shit, nothing. But once I'm just in that corporate environment and I see them, the way they go, easy. Come on.
I think the whole point of me doing this channel is because I got sick and tired of doing that. I mean, my last role was in Citibank, in Canary Wharf, American Bank. And for me, after doing it for over 15 years, I made a decision to leave. I think it's great, the promotions, but I think eventually something gives, whether it's your family life, whether it's your sleep, because the thing is, when you're making that good money, it's great, but there's always going to be, you have to earn it. So very many times you're staying late, You have to be figuring out what the kids are going to eat, or you have to be getting a babysitter when my son was young. So it's good to be a boss babe. But for me, I think I've just decided I'm done. I'm finished. And for me, it's all very well making the money, but what am I giving back? All I'm doing is pivot tables and spreadsheets. So for me, I'm out of that rat race, and I'm glad I've left because I'm tired. I know that's not for everybody, but I feel for me, 15 years is enough.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I know.
Babe, I think I may have to schedule a section with you for next week, Friday. Because we have to introduce your channel properly, but I really want to
Okay, thank you.
I want to have a one-on-one with you so we can talk about your corporate life, and hopefully
sure,
can come and share their experiences being a corporate lady, the challenges that comes with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thing they have to consider, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we are not giving women their flowers, especially when they serve in male-dominated. Like my baby Zeno is saying right now. Zeno say I work in a predominantly male industry, so I have to be intimidating, or no one will listen.
Oh wow. Yeah, you have to really be a boss baby. You have to be really hardcore for people to respect you, because like you said, especially what Chucky is saying, KBMG, Barclays, you have to be a boss baby if people will not take you seriously.
But Auntie Yinka is saying, then people will say you are aggressive.
You're aggressive. Exactly. You have to find a balance. And she's right. You really have to find a balance.
Look aggressive all the time, honey babe. In the corporate world, women always appear looking mean. Especially
but
when
you know what, sister, I think what Sister Yinka says. I think I've got to the place where Sister Yinka has said, it's all very well, but the problem is that when you focus so much on your corporate job, and I'm no shade to anybody, when you're married or have a family, then the dynamics really change. And I found for a lot of women, they were struggling their family life as well as their career. And I think something gives, and it's normally always the family. The husband feels neglected, the children are not, seen, and then you're focusing on your corporate life. And I think definitely that needs to be talked about. It's good to be a boss babe, but we need to talk about the realities where sometimes it affects the family. And I think it's definitely, I don't know what you suggest, that needs to be discussed as well. How do you do it as a woman when you're a boss babe and you have a family? How does it work? Because something's got to give. And I'm going to say something controversial. I personally think that you cannot be a boss baby at the same time as having a good family life. Something's got to give.
I don't agree.
I knew he was going to say that.
Because my mom was a boss babe until she passed.
Okay.
No way, a boss babe with like 7 businesses. And we did not feel that way. My dad did not feel that way.
I think it's slightly different what I'm saying, but I'll let you finish. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was a lawyer as well, so quite an aggressive industry, particularly. I think it's important to say that. And what I'm going to say is that I don't think so, but if we're going to have a show, I feel like I'm going to interview my dad, and we'll bring you here.
Yeah.
I feel like my mom is a perfect example just because she's been doing that since her 20s.
Yeah.
Up until 52 when she passed. So she might be a good example of having 3 children. I never felt like my mom was The only thing I would say is that there was a very good balance. Like I said earlier on in the live stream, my dad was the one that was interested in academics. So he's the one that would sit there with that's just his thing. He's an engineer. He likes math. So I think it depends on the sort of husband that you have. And
it depends. I do agree, because
one thing I'm also going to say is that my dad is a very hands-on dad as well.
That's the difference, Abby. Yeah, you had a great dad. Yeah,
and
exactly.
Also, he's Nigerian, called Yoruba man, but he's also not very typical in his thinking in terms of roles and all of that stuff. So maybe that helped. But all I say is to say that it is possible with the right partner, and it's also sacrifices as well. Another example is one that I've given on this live stream before, where I had an auntie whose husband took a 3-year break because she has to go do her GP training, and he was away from London. So sometimes it depends on the support that you get, but I think it's very possible. I have a lot
Yeah,
of
I mean, I haven't really said it in the show. I have a child that has SENS needs, so it's unique to my situation where I felt that I've done the corporate life. I want to do something different. Yes, me and the dad do co-parenting, but he has certain needs. So I felt it's the time. In regards to what you said, I totally agree. It depends on the family dynamics and it depends on the type of husband you have. Luckily enough, your mother had a great husband who was able to be very hands-on. Unfortunately, not everybody has that. And so for them, they feel like they're sacrificing their family life. Sister Yinka has mentioned hers where she felt that
Yeah.
whatever reason she decided to, that she didn't want to keep sacrificing. So I think it's on a case by case basis. But I will say a lot of women feel the same way as me and Auntie Yinka, Sister Yinka, in the sense that we feel that it's really hard to juggle family life and corporate. And sometimes you have to make the ultimate decision that I'm gonna leave corporate life because I feel that my family needs me. Not
Yeah.
for everyone, but for some people. And I
Yeah.
think that's the reality.
Yeah, honey babe, what you gonna do for me is please walk around your schedule for next week, Friday. I'm gonna be off on Friday. That's why I'm scheduling for Friday. I
Okay.
think we need to have this conversation in our community because
Sure.
women a lot of women are in the corporate world and it's also affecting them at home. It's affecting their relationship with spouses, especially if they don't have an understanding spouse who can
Yeah.
really love them for them being who they are and the job they are doing. So we're gonna cover a lot of things. I will chat with
Sure.
you
Okay.
behind so you can get prepared for
I
it.
think I mean I would love to hear Abby's perspective because I definitely believe there are women that can do both, but there's a lot of women that unfortunately for various reasons struggle.
I,
Also,
I,
I think
I will see if
sometimes
Abby is available too. It's just
Yeah.
that
also
I think it'd be interesting to hear from her side in terms of her mother's perspective
also
from her
even
dad.
from my own
busy, no,
perspective
they
now.
have too
Yeah,
much energy.
exactly.
People
No,
like Abby,
sorry, even from
no,
my
they have too much
perspective now,
energy.
I've
Eh,
switched
your energy as a young lady, you know what the challenges are right now because you are still thriving. You
Uncle
still,
Beno, yeah, but like I said, I have at least 6 women in my family that this is their reality. And it's come down to a great support system for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's also come down to being strategic. Even I
Mm.
have been placed in a position where I've had to be strategic. The industry that I work in right now, I currently work in the oil industry. And I moved from pharmaceuticals to the oil industry on purpose because the perks are very different for women. And I
Yeah.
was even saying to the other day, I am going to be in this industry for a very long time because I can see what my trajectory would be as a Black woman specifically. So sometimes it comes down to even switching industries because it works better for family life. And because I'm at a
Definitely.
point where as much as I'm working hard and I'm still pushing, I know that marriage is around the corner. That level is around the corner. So I know that it's very important for me to go to a company that cares about maternity leaves, cares about so many things where women are concerned, especially Black women. So sometimes you might have to make that switch. Might be a tough switch because the industry I work in right now is very competitive and it's
Yeah.
probably not easy for everyone to get into, but it is also been very strategic because
And
I know that this is where I'm going to get the most out of a family life, a balanced life, and and also being able to grow massively as well. So I might not be
Yeah.
you see, now he's working in construction. That may not be the best kind of industry for
Yeah.
woman.
But look at Sister Yinka. She done exactly what you're talking about. She literally pivoted. Sorry, I can't remember. What did she say? She said something before where she moved from one sector to another. She's now a project man. She takes obviously contracts. That's it. And she's obviously in project management. She done exactly what you said, and I totally agree. I think for me, I don't want to do corporate. I want my own business and doing other side hustles. Obviously, I'm focusing on my property, as you know, and then obviously other little hustles, content and stuff. So I think everyone's can do their little boss baby thing, but I've decided I don't want to do corporate. So I definitely agree with what you're saying.
And then also you have the likes of my auntie I gave as an example that decided that I have one of them that's gone to aesthetic medicine and corporate medicine, right? So that's another thing where I'm looking at my boys. My boys are growing. I don't want to be the doctor that's always on call anymore. they made that decision. The other one that I said her husband took a break when she went to do her GP training. Now I want to be a general practitioner. That means that is 9 to 5 medicine because of my children. So that doesn't stop you from being a boss baby. In fact, actually, your price has gone up because you're earning way more, but it's 9 to 5 medicine. So sometimes those are the little adjustments you have to make. It might not be your total dream of walking around the hospital, running and because my auntie will always say, I love the adrenaline rush from being needed. But at the end of the day, it doesn't work right now because my boys are grown and they need me.
Exactly.
So those are adjustments you have to make. But it doesn't affect your money, it doesn't affect your position, it doesn't affect you being a boss babe. It's just a case of slight adjustment.
It's like a pivot. Yeah, you just pivoting
and what
from
will
one
happen
thing.
is that I wrote 6 exams to get to this point. So sometimes it's strenuous for you to get to this point. Like for instance, my auntie had to go on a 3-year training. But
Don't
it is what
worry.
it is.
Abby, don't worry. Next week, we're going to talk about this because the way you Gen Zs are going, let me allow Zeno talk first because you Gen Zs, you are always aiming high. You are forgetting that there are so many things you have to put into consideration as you are growing, especially when you get married and you have.
Sorry, this lady that is you put on, she's exactly what I'm talking about. She's transitioning, she's rebuilding, she's setting up her own self-employed consultancy so that she can, because a lot of people are in these jobs, and I'm going to be honest, a lot of them are just surviving. They're not happy. You have to think about your mental health. We'll all talk about that on Friday, but I do believe that some people have just decided, I've had enough. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to transition. I'm going to pivot, because it's like a lot of people are just on default, just surviving the paycheck to pay their mortgage, to pay their bills. And that is not life. Hence the reason why I've got that screen alive. Yeah. So,
Right. So get ready, honey babe, next week, Friday. My
no
baby's
problem.
Zeno, you are working construction. Zeno, don't lie to me. You want to tell me I'm not looking at those guys with their 6-pack. When they handle the machine, he's doing poo. Are you not eyeing them, Zeno? Just be honest.
Man, nobody has that time for that, because the moment you allow them start to think that, then your respect is gone. I have to tell men every single day that are way older than me and probably bigger than me what to do and what safety rules to follow, how to build stuff. So the moment I start putting myself down, then the respect is gone. So there's no room.
So you are not looking at them, the muzzle, everything. You are working construction.
But I'm also all of their bosses.
God, thank you. God, thank you. I don't think I can work under young girls like you people. My mind will be doing me shaggy.
You're funny.
But I do want to say, like, also too, I think the younger generations, like people like me and Abby, I did nursing for 6 months, right? I went to school, I graduated, I took my NCLEX, worked at a hospital for 6 months. I realized that this is not the trajectory that I want for my life. I went back to school. I went back to school for engineering, and I graduated and started working in construction. The company I worked for, I was blessed enough to like work for the company I worked for, but also like I thought about my future. I do know I'm going to have kids. I do know that I'm going to get married, and the responsibilities are going to be different. But it's so laid out to where I get 6 weeks paid maternity leave, and then I have the option to work from home if I wanted to. Even right now, like I can work from home 2 days a week if I choose to. And also, like what I do mainly, I'm a project manager, so I just have to make sure that people are getting paid. We're keeping up the schedule and stuff. There's flexibility and there's growth.
Are you in the US or you are in the UK, Zeno?
I'm in the US. I'm in Tennessee.
Oh, no wonder. I don't know, man. That's why I keep saying that I feel so sorry for my brother who did the next 10 years. As I'm speaking with you right now, almost all the sisters that I know that are like my friend and all that, they are all holding on big jobs. Look, I'm going to invite one of my friend here. We're going to deliberate on how to cope as single mother and all of that. She's in our backstage now. Her name is Missy. She is my longest American sister friend. Longest in this America, like the first American woman I somehow see like a sister because of her compassion and how she just saw me and understand that I was struggling as somebody who just came from Nigeria, and she would just be teaching me, helping me navigating anything. So she's my so good sister friend like that. And she's married to my Cameroonian brother too. Misty is a boss just like you. I think Misty studied petrochemical engineering. I know Misty is a chemist, and then Misty get like 3 different degree or something. You know, they stop. Women just don't stop. You guys just keep amassing this thing. So Misty she supervised a lot of bridges here in Texas. Many of these bridges that are constructed, Misty is one of the supervisors that will go on the field and supervise and do all of that. And sometimes me being nasty now, I'll just be like, Misty, how do you cope with all these men? You know, see chest now and all that. And Misty will be like, what's that, Ben? Forget about that, Ben. So, but I'm just saying, the way you guys are going, can you please slow down? Hey, Joe, Zeno.
Uncle Ben, sorry, we can't. We just started. The trajectory is really
We have
high.
to slow down. No, you guys, we have to slow down. You are not making it easier for my brotherhood.
Sorry, can I ask, because Chucky keeps asking, what is Chucky, can you answer it? It's gone, so I can't remember what he said, but is Boss Babe revolutionary? Is anybody gonna answer that for him?
Okay, is Boss Babe revolutionary? You ladies will be the one to answer it. That's not the question for brother now. It's a question for so because this boss babe, I think I saw Sister Natu here. Sister Natu. Yeah, Sister Natu is here. You know, it's only 6-week maternity.
Oh my God. Wow.
So who's gonna answer this question? Abby and Zeno.
Abby, I leave it to the younger ones, I beg.
Okay, so I don't really know what Chucky's I don't know what Chucky wants. I don't know what Chucky's definition is.
Chucky, you got to break it down for them to understand it too.
Because if I'm going by the actual definition of what I think he's talking about, then it really depends. I think it's an individual thing, because there are lots of women, I guess in a way, it could be revolutionary on a personal representation level. So there are many women that find confidence and community in that whole boss babe culture, right? You know, so it kind of tends to be a case of existing systems rather than transforming them. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, a lot of what I said in the chat, I don't know if it was before or after Chucky, I said in the chat that it's very important to understand that boss babe is not down to office roles to begin with. So many people
it's just like you being in charge, having your own team.
Exactly. Like honey babe transitioning to entrepreneurship doesn't make her not a boss babe. So at the end of the day, it's often tied to a lot of entrepreneurship. It's tied to a lot of women empowerment, right? It's the whole idea of hustle. That's what a boss baby is. A boss baby is tied to hustle culture. The idea is, hustle culture. The idea is a personal branding thing. And that's why you can see someone on the internet selling online classes and they'll be tagged as boss babe just because they wear like a skirt and a top and heels, So I'm not really sure the context, Chucky. So if you can provide more context, I think it would be easier to answer his question.
I think maybe what Chucky is saying is, the way you ladies, you always want to take over everything. Is this like another effort for you guys to take over something or to take away something else from us? Because ladies, you guys are just taking everything from us now. We used to be at the top before, but now you people you are dragging the top with us.
Okay, but in that sense, possibly, because at the end of the day, we have to be honest about what the internet is also doing these days, right? In that sense, we can say it's revolutionary compared to older models that limits women's visibility. So women are more visible now. Women are more visible in finance. Women are more visible in entrepreneurship. There's a lot of competition with the men now. So in that sense, I guess there's a lot of reframe work that has to be done where ambition and success, it never used to be celebrated. So now it's being celebrated. It's no longer downplayed. So in that sense, yes.
First lady.
And also too, I don't think women chicken out of things anymore. Like we're willing to put in the work. We're willing to do whatever it takes to
Things
get there.
are really heating up.
And for you to actually see that it's worth giving a woman the shot to do it.
And that's why I said it's like the way you guys move in the corporate world now. Everything seems like you are competing with us men.
No, we're creating our own space. We're not competing.
We're not competing. Because the thing is that the grassroots of feminism, let me land, was equality of opportunity. So we should have the same opportunity in terms of our job choices as men. We're not competing with you. We're just asking for a level playing field. I don't know if I'm making sense. We just want the same opportunity in order to have access to the same roles that you do. And that's not competition. That's asking to have a seat at the table and have a level playing field.
Honey baby, you're not getting my point, you.
Am I? Okay, tell me, what did I misunderstand?
Yeah,
okay.
Those days when women would say they were not given a seat at the table is long gone. That was in the 1980s and early 90s.
Yes.
Not in every industry.
Except Nigeria, though. I mean, look at
the house. But he's not talking about Nigeria now, are you? Yeah, are you?
In Nigeria, we have women as directors now all over the place. What are you talking about?
We have 3 women in the house of
Yeah, but yet you had Natasha go through what she went through. It's still patriarchal, even with a few directors. Let's call the spade a spade.
Everywhere it's patriarchal.
Hold on, my sister. Let's not mix the conversation up with politics. What I'm saying right now is to focus on the corporate world. In the corporate world, since the 2000s, women are taking over massively.
Not in every industry.
Not in every industry.
It's still a very small percentage.
Because a lot of women don't want to get in the industry. For instance, let's take construction that Zeno is, for instance, now.
There's not many women in construction.
How many women want to go to construction? It's a matter of choice.
Exactly.
So I know what is going on is that regardless of your argument, it is still a small minority. There are still women that are put down. This thing that Honey Babe and how this conversation started was about family. There are women that actually purposely abandon the idea of marriage and family just because that's the only way they can compete. These things are used against them in boardrooms, Uncle Beno. It's a real thing. And that's why a lot of times when women, when I was even describing my mom, when women my mom would get the roles that they get, what you'll have is people accusing you of sleeping your way up. We see it even in Nigeria specifically. We see it a lot of the women that are high up in banking. They are often accused because it's almost groundbreaking. You can't possibly
for you to get to that level
with just your education, with just being smart, with just being yourself. You had to have had help from a
head start. Yeah.
You know? So that's the reason, is because it is still the minority of women that are in those positions. And a lot of them, if you check, how many of them would you say are married or have had successful marriages? Almost like had to give up something.
Can I say something when you finish? Sorry, can I say something? I was pregnant with my second son and I was contracting. And I remember when I joined the company, I didn't actually know I was pregnant. So I found out within about a month of me contracting. I spoke to my manager. You can imagine he was very rude, very condescending. I wouldn't have hired you if you was pregnant. That's what he said. And now that was in 2015 because my son is 10 years old. Now you've got men, some men, I don't want to generalize that, come out with things like that. They are very biased. If you decide to take maternity leave, very often, and that's why we have laws in the UK, but there's still ways to get around it. You hear of people that they come back and they've been demoted, mostly women, where I've had situations where I told you about, when I told my manager I was pregnant with my second son and the attitude he gave me. I I was traveling for obviously midwife appointments. He wouldn't allow me to have a laptop in order for me to work from home on the days that I had appointments. It got to the stage where luckily his senior manager was pregnant and said to me, why are you not taking those appointments? And I said, well, so-and-so wouldn't allow me. She
Wow.
had to speak to HR and she got him sacked because he was being really mean to me because I was pregnant. And I'm not saying that it's everyone, but there are situations where women have to endure those type of things. Now, it was a long time ago. I'm a big girl. I'm fine. But I'm making you understand that there are situations where some women will decide, I'm not going to deal with the bias. I'm not even going to have kids so that I can get to where I want to. And unfortunately, why should you have to sacrifice not having kids just because you want to succeed in your career? But you got situations where what I went through and many other women have gone through just because they see us like, oh, she's having another baby. Oh, you're inconvenient. I wouldn't have hired you if you was pregnant, if I'd have known you was pregnant. This is coming from a man, and he was even a black man. And I'm just telling you what I've experienced. You can imagine what other women have experienced just because they want to succeed in their careers.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, my sisters. I have to go now. I don't know we were going to even go this route, but now that we are having this exchange, I realize this conversation is long due. I think we need to.
Also, I would say, sorry, Uncle
Need
Benny, you
to
need to invite Sissy as well, because the last time we had a conversation, and she was trying to explain the reason from a HR perspective why a lot of women are getting a lot of the roles, and just to prove to people that these roles are not being handed to women, they actually have worked for it and deserve it. So I think Sissy will be good on that panel.
Okay, I'll try to get Sissy because we need to have this conversation. There are so many things that men are dealing with right now, especially if their woman is in the corporate world. And I do believe that a lot of my brotherhood really don't know what life looks like for a corporate woman who possibly is their wife. I don't know if you get what I'm saying now. For instance, many men would just know that, oh, my wife is a manager, so please, my wife is a project manager, oh, my wife had this thing, my wife is marketing director somewhere, but they really don't know what the wife is actually dealing with, like what the corporate world looks like. You see me now? So I feel that if we have this show, then you ladies who actually work in those corporate world can educate us on what your days, months, years look like as a corporate person. And then maybe that can now help us to now balance how we perceive you ladies. Because I'm going to be honest with you, anytime I'm in the midst of corporate ladies, God forgive me, God forgive me, I used to profile them a lot. Like maybe literally something just carried me to their company. Maybe I went to a bank, maybe it's a business. I just found myself in a corporate environment and I see those lady in their suit, their pants, with their shoe, always doing go, and the way they walk, everything is just like kilo day. Why are you people just like this? You can't just walk normal as normal human being. The way they talk, the dress. It's just me. Oh, please forgive me. It's just my bad.
I'm not going to lie, Uncle Benno, to back you up. A lot of them are very wicked. I mean, I can't even lie to you. I've had too many experiences with a lot of them. I think that you can also be nice. Like, why are you not saying hello? Like, what's going on? We're not the cause of your problems. A lot of corporate women that I have worked with that have obviously been my bosses are very, very mean. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Abby, do you want me to break the table? When I worked in Canary Wharf, when I dealt, obviously, unless I tell you I'm Nigerian, you assume I'm British, whatever. I used to say hello to a lot of women that I knew were Nigerian. They would snob me. They would snob me all the time, and I never
understood. Is you my big aunties I'm talking about, because they're the ones that
Uncle Ben, not every corporate person. Sorry, Abby.
You see what, Zeno?
Not every corporate person dresses like that. I can't dress like that to work.
Yeah, you are in construction now. You people dress as if you want to go and fight.
I'm not like that, Chucky. I'm a nice person. Because I used to contract a lot, I always used to say hello to people. But you see a lot of these boss babes, you're like, They won't even say hello. Like I said, I used to get a lot of, are you new? Do you want to go to HR? I'm a very friendly person. Oh, I'm new. But I find that some boss ladies, they take it to another level. And they do.
KPMG and the rest that Chucky talked about. Yeah.
Mm.
No, never again. But
Chucky,
yeah.
please, you have to be here next week, Friday. And
you better be.
Molu is free too. He got to be. No, this is a conversation that we need to have. I'm just
It's
interested.
very interesting.
I'm interested in knowing what corporate world looks like for women. I'm not a woman. I do see women in the corporate world, what they do, everything. But I think women are in better position to tell their story when it comes to how they deal with the challenges surrounding their world. All right. Thank you, the five by trouble. Thank you, say at UB, just admit you are intimidated. Thank you, I'm not intimidated though. I just feel like you people do they carry shoulder up. It's not intimidation, it's the shoulder for me. Like, auntie, calm down now. After all, now one man go still there on top you later. Farabale, kilo day. That's just where my mind will work. When I see them like that, everything is their office, their suit, their everything. Yes. I just be like, sis, calm down. At the end of the day, all this shakara now one man, nice today. May God forgive me. But to be candid, Sister Natu said, troublemaker is Natu. Sister say, at my previous job, we go to office twice a week, and I don't play with dressing. Now they do too much. You people don't go to work and just go to work ordinarily. Sometimes the way corporate women show up, you go think say maybe now fashion. Now they do there. I don't know.
But I need to post a vlog about a weekend at work on social, somewhere on social.
I think you should. It'd be very interesting.
I'm very, very particular about the way I dress to work, and it's not the norm. I try to do something slightly different, but yeah, that's just me.
Why must you overdress to work?
I'm a fashion girl.
She's overdressing.
She's a fashion lover.
Who says she's overdressing?
I have to. The thing is, I was very particular. I didn't want to keep wearing what the usual corporate babes wore.
Zeno, Abby. I've been to Abby's Instagram page. I talk to Abby almost every day on this.
It's not Abby's fault if people don't choose to be fashionable. It's not her fault if people are not fashionable.
You say?
No, it's not her fault.
No, but you people don't make it easy for men anyway. All right.
Why are you? Then men be men. I'm sorry, men need to level up. Level up.
Sorry, in this conversation about not making it easy for men, it's really not fair because I have to second guess everything I wear every morning to make sure that no part of my body is being overly shown, even if I'm covered from top to bottom, because I'm constantly working with men and I don't want to be the distraction. I made the mistake of going to work straight from a meeting one day with makeup on and nobody was working.
Are you serious?
Because they're not used to seeing me with makeup. Everybody started going in corners. Oh my God. Is that Zeno? Is that Zeno? I'm like, what the heck? We have a schedule to keep. But because of that, I literally have to become I wear the same thing to work every day. Boots, jeans, and a polo shirt. That's it.
Wow.
When it's different, it's a problem.
See, as I'm gonna leave you guys now because this conversation is really sweet, but I gotta go. Because of the way this
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Let me just do one conversion for you for now. After my university in Nigeria and I got my first job. In fact, I forced myself to get that job because I worked there for 3 months. That lady will hire me, no pay me. Tomorrow, and I will not forget. My salary was 50,000 naira. I worked 3 months. I don't even see 50,000 shishi. But the lady, my boss, man, when they talk, say person they dress corporate and look good. Now that lady, she's our boss. And then she can't carry one thing, na backside. Big backside. So when she's in a corporate suit like this, now so the yash go show. So every time, whenever I go to work and she's around, I maybe want to go out maybe for a contract, or we are going to a government office or something, I'm always looking at her behind. One day she caught me looking at her and she's like, Ben, is that how you'll be watching me all this while? I said, no. I'm just trying to appreciate your suit or something. But Nadia, they look mostly. That's why, God, I thank God say I'm married though. That's why I don't think I will last in corporate world. They go fire me real quick. With those ladies, their crazy dresses, the way they carry themselves and everything. Hell no. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you haven't subscribed to my beautiful sister Honey Babe channel, please go and subscribe to Honey Babe channel. I'm going to share the channel link again. As we leave the studio now, please do me a favor. Just stop by Honey Babe channel and give her some support. That's the link to her channel. The video you're watching right now, it will take you to her channel. We're gonna work this out. I will reach out to all my sisters, and next week Friday we will make it a corporate conversation. Let us come here. The sisters, please don't be intimidated. Come and lecture us, because I'm already learning a lot now, and I give glory to God that almost all the sisters that I know on this platform, majority of them, they work in corporate in the past, or they are still working in corporate environment. So let us deliberate. Let us know what are the challenges you are dealing with as a woman. Let us know where you expect men to understand you, because especially if you are like my baby girl Abby, you are in the corporate world, it's gonna be easier for you now because life is still bubbling, but by the time you settle down, you're married, you start having kids, and you are still in corporate world, there's gonna be some issues around that. So we want to hear from many of our sisters who have done that and kind of work it out. Let us know how you survive it. And then we're also going to talk about transitioning. For a woman who got married and maybe the husband really can't grasp how she navigate the corporate world and still try to mix it up at home, what do you think they should do? And also, shout out to my sister Natu. Sister Natu actually left a comment. She said, when she's outside the house, she's a boss lady, but the moment she comes to the house, she's now baby girl for life. We also want to know how you can help the younger ones transition between becoming a boss lady and also becoming baby girl in the house. And another thing I also want you guys to help us make it make sense is, if you don't mind to share, if you can encourage our younger ladies on how to navigate their career choices. Shout out to my sister Teju. I saw Teju left a comment somewhere when Teju said that she was offered full scholarship to study, and then she kind of diversified. Yes, I think I found the comment. So she kind of diversified and she tried to go for a field that can actually enable her to protect her future. I love that, my sister. I tell you, God bless you. So please, I also want you guys on Friday to come and help me educate these younger folks on how to transition between career. You have my baby girl Zeno right there. The two baby of the house, Zeno and Abby, Wahala girls. Zeno said she went into nursing. Just 6 months in nursing, she felt like, this is not for me. And then she went back and she did construction engineering, I think so. So you see, these are conversations that I really want people to hear. Like I've said, this channel doesn't give me money, but the value I get from this channel is way more than any other channel that I have out there. Okay, so if God can help people through this channel to learn one or two things, I think we did a great job already. So next week, Friday, Honey Babe will be our main guest, and then Abby, Zeno, Teju, Auntie Yinka CC, any other person that are available, please, you got to show up next week Friday. It's going to be a corporate conversation. Let us have this discussion. Don't mind me. I don't already know me. If I don't understand something, I will ask you ladies that I don't understand. Make una explain to me. All right. And when I say my mind, I know things say, oh, why? I'm just telling you how I feel. You see the way I told you guys now that whenever I find myself in corporate environment with all these ladies, I know, may God forgive me, I know that I'm kind of looking at them stereotypically. May God help me. Whether Nanyanga go say that they do, I don't know, but that is just me. So please don't take it against me. And I know there are many other men like that who actually look at women somehow, especially women in leadership. Okay, yeah, and surprisingly, the people who had been my managers and supervisors that I work so seamlessly with are women. Honestly, are women. The people that got me to work harder for them as manager and bosses, they are women. And I never knew I can actually do that. For instance, as a nurse, I've told you guys, I don't do a lot of overtime. It's not even my thing. But did you know that my female managers, they can get me to get up in the middle of the night to go to work? I think it's their approach anyway. It's the way they usually do it. But when it comes to corporate world, whether it's the dressing, like the way women come to work, everything has to be perfect. Whether that is why I feel like there are some ego around women, like one gangpa, like they carry shoulder up. I don't know. And the way they talk, whether there is, sometimes it's almost as if there is too much formality in the way women talk in the corporate world. Like, because of the grammar, the vocabulary, you got to move this way, maybe, I don't know. Kind of made me feel like, auntie, you are doing too much now. Calm down there, But let's have it. Let's have it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Honey Babe, for that segment right there. Thank you, everybody. Sister Yinka, my brother Chucky. Chucky, you must be here. Chucky always spoke about this place. So this WAF, where did Chucky, they call that thing? WAF or something. Is that a company or a corporation, Chucky? Chucky always mentioned that place. Is that like a corporation in the UK? So, Chucky, please. Oh, Chucky say men do have that swag. Okay, Canary Wharf. Well, is that like a company? I think I have to Google that place, so because I know Chucky had referenced that place several times now. What is Canary Wharf? Canary Wharf. Is that a corporation? Oh. Building companies in London, England. What they do? Oh, a privately owned financial district in London. Oh, is that like corporate centers like Wall Street? Okay. Oh, so if I really want to see all this lady where they do yanga, now there then they. Is that, how do you pronounce it? Canary Wharf? I be WAF, Nigeria WAF. When you say WAF, I look at and then we get WAF for Lagos and port na there it is. But how do you guys pronounce it? Is it Canary Wharf? Like I try British. Canary Wharf. No, Honey Babe go pronounce that for me. Honey Babe or CC, I'll get one of them to pronounce it for me. Canary Wharf. Okay, they have a lot of companies there. Okay, Chucky said with vast companies. Oh, so that is just like our Wall Street here in the US. Now, Wall Street, now that they deal with, that they chop all our money. Okay, Canary Wharf. Thank you, Tegu. Well, Mona, leave me, I'm not Jay-Z. I don't even care much about phonetics or how something sounds. My own job is when I pronounce that so far, you understand that I'm good to go. My children know they let me rest. Now still can they threaten me here again? Could they walk? I pronounce it Canary Wharf. Yes. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all in the next one. Be good. Abby, Gen Z in the building. Teju, I think God beg you, please. Teju, don't be a Gen Z, okay? I'm already in love with you, Teju Made. Please don't be a Gen Z. I'm afraid of Gen Z at this moment too. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye, everybody.
From Nigeria to Vegas, the lights are bright. Champagne popping under the neon night. I swear be shining gold and white. Laughter louder than the city's heights. We are step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Nigeria to the world, let it show. We rock it, we flex it, let it flow. There's a heat, but we bring the rain. Palm wine vibes in a champagne lane. Jollof aroma drives me insane. Culture's a wave you can't contain. Raise your hands if you feel alive. Heartbeat matching the drums drive. We are step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Nigeria to the world, let it show. We rock it, we flex it, let it flow.